Here we go. Hi. Look at that. Hello, everyone. My name's Tom. My name's Tom Green, to be exact, despite what everybody in YouTube comments likes to say. And this... There we go. I'm just fixing things. Sorry. Tech issues. They were hopefully solved. My name is Tom Green. That's my name right there. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. This is a bonus edition of Off the Grid, where we get together usually on Sundays and watch some weird stuff that I have found from the off-beaten path of professional wrestling. Hello to everyone on both YouTube and Twitch joining us tonight live. Big thank you. This is a celebration because we have hit 20,000 YouTube subs, and we're way past that now. We're at like almost to 20,400, I think. So we blew right past that goal. Thank you, everyone, so much. So much for getting me to that goal pretty darn quickly. And because you all have all done that, I reward you as a benevolent leader with Heroes of Wrestling for the next 2.5-ish hours. We're gonna watch the gang embarrass themselves live on pay-per-view from October of 1999. There are a lot of people in both chats. I'm getting lost, so I'm just gonna say hello all as a general, especially since, you know, I'm running up against the biggest wrestling show on cable right now on an off night, so I appreciate that. And I saw a question earlier in the chat. I will be back tomorrow at 9 for WCW Deep Cuts Live, so 2 nights of Tom Terror awaiting you. And since this is a bonus show, me giving thanks, I'm not going to waste any time shilling. Let's get right to the action. There we go. I gotta move myself. Hey, No Mercy, thanks for the subs, the Submaster himself. Look at that picture of Gorilla Monsoon, who had just passed away. I hope when I die, that you all get me a lovely photo for my memorial, where my mouth is just full of food. So if you cannot tell by the fact that this intro is about how cool this casino is. This is a sold show at a casino. Midnight Fowler. Look at you. Look at these subs. And I don't have the Twitch screen pulled up. I have like a combo screen, so I can't see who's subbing for who. So if that's you, No Mercy, thank you again. Look at that, the mayor of Chicago himself, Marty DeRosa, in the chat. Welcome, Marty.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome
Seriously,
to
if you need anything in Chicago, hit up Marty DeRosa. He can get it for you. Dear friend.
Historic night, the Heroes of Wrestling. Are you ready for an explosive night of wrestling? Nothing like it.
Thank you so much for the follow, 142 winners. Thank you for bringing the stale soda and the Happy Eaten crackers. We are live at this weird casino.
And they understand just how exciting this one's
and there's my old pal Dutch.
Dirty guy, Dutch Mantel.
That's me.
Dirty, this is going to be an unbelievable night for the Heroes of Wrestling.
Well, first of all, let's go with this.
Everyone's favorite YouTuber, Dutch Mantel, live with Randy Rosenblum, who appears to be already bored of the show. So always let me know if me or the show is either too loud or too soft. Does that say Fantastico? Yeah, Gordon Soley had health issues. So, despite the fact that he was advertised this entire show, he is not there.
With George the Animal Steele, and of course, we'll have sensuous Sherry Martel in his corner as well.
Shrink myself just a little bit. Scooch over here.
Valentine, a great wrestler. George the Animal Steele, unpredictable. A great matchup here tonight.
Who called Scorpio? Straight out of the headlines. Hello, Wes. Father Supreme, Wes Allen in the chat. Who called Scorpio stabbing his way to victory.
These guys have been going at it. Then
He stabbed a man in the
tag team
ass.
grudge match. This is going to be a good one.
What was it, a gas station over the weekend? Luke and Butch. They could not come up with another name. They were Luke and Butch, formerly the Bushwhackers.
Then Tully Blanchard and Sweet Stan Lane, they had an altercation earlier today.
Turn back the clock. Turn back the clock.
At a gas station in 3:40 a.m. That is the most wrestling-ass story I've heard in a long time. A no mercy grudge match. Does that mean whenever they walk into each other, they just go knocking over stuff? A bloodbath, they say. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched the show in full in like 15, 20 years. They've got Bob Orton and Jimmy Snuka in the ultimate grudge match. There is not another grudge on this planet that is more grudgy than Bob Orton and Superfly Snuka.
Neidhart, one of the strongest men in all of wrestling.
Jim Neidhart against Jake Roberts, the most evilest man. They apparently did not hire anyone to crop these photos. And then the main event, they could not find a more flattering photo of the former Yokozuna. The former is his nickname.
Are you ready, Dutch?
I'm ready. I want everybody
here.
Let's go.
Brian, this is like a crime and sports omnibus pay-per-view. Like in their, that's an amazing ring announcer name, Crisper Stanford. Thank you, Robert Sear on YouTube. I appreciate it. Crisper. He's my new favorite. He's my new favorite ring announcer, Crisper, and his great catchphrase. Somebody's got to get their ass whooped. I was gonna say, he's not from Samoa. Okay, he's fantastic. I thought it said Fantastico. Tommy Rogers, who like a year before this was having great matches on ECW pay-per-views. Whatever this song is, it's great. We cannot see anyone coming out. Thank you, Dale Santaford, for the kind words. Thank you for helping me get there. 20,000. So who is this? Okay, that's a guy. Todd Pettengill? No. Appears to be a stockbroker with a rally towel. And I don't see any wrestlers. Oh, wait, I think we have Samoans. There we go. Throw it up. Throw up the one. We acknowledge the Samoan SWAT team in this house. Come up. Do you think, like, in the locker room before like any of these big bloodline matches, like Roman leans over to one of the others and he's like, "Oh, hey, it's Sika. Papa Roman." This song is so great in its genericness. But do you think Roman ever leans over to like Paul or like any of the cousins?
Samoan team looks very
Remember Heroes of Wrestling? Remember when we were left at home alone?
I had to think to myself,
Hey, Big Core. Hello. Glad to finally have you catch me live.
Nationwide with authority.
The referee is burping. There we go, boys. Work for the cameras at ringside. Oh, he hit the self line.
To the top of the food chain, the SST.
Darn right, Jordan on YouTube. One of the stars of Body Slam, Tonga Tom. Thank you, E-Town Live, for the kind words. The attendance for this show was like whoever was in the casino. So however many people you've ever seen in a casino, that's how many, including that child.
We've got Marty Jannetty. We've got Tommy Rogers, and basically here's how the deal's gonna go down.
The crowd is very 1999, while the ring is very 1974. Also, there appears to be an ad on the, not on the apron, but they actually printed out a separate border or something and just put it on the ring. When they cut to the hard cam, you'll see it here in a second. Also, shut up, dude. This dude has heat with me now. We're not shutting up.
And fight and combat and take on two guys like this yourselves.
Look at those gig marks. Delicious. Why is this ref over here? Like, I keep wanting to look at the money mark manager. This referee over on the side. Alright, Brian, chiming in. They did that in Glory Kickboxing too. The ad on the little apron sign. Alright, so at least a real company did that. We're like probably 10 minutes into the show. Manny Mark. That's a great name. I think they're using the same song as the Samoans did. Marty Jannetty accompanied by half of Shawn Michaels' body detached. Thank you, Dave in Syracuse, for the sub. Yeah, having a lot of these guys in a casino is a bad idea, but definitely Marty. We can't see anybody. Tommy Rogers, again, had just been in ECW like a year before this. Marty Jannetty had just been let go from WCW. He got in like incredible shape. Incredible shape. Marty had got like really good new looking gear for WCW and appears to just be wrestling in jeans.
They have a tremendous battle on their hands with the Samoan SWAT team.
Yeah, Tommy Rogers popped up in WCW a couple of months after this. So imagine being the guy on Heroes of Wrestling that got a job from it. And this is ECW Marty. This is Marty trying out to be Justin Incredible's new partner. Just incapacitated.
And that's unusual.
Tommy Rogers, by leaping over the top rope like that, is trying way too hard for the show. Also, are they just not grabbing that sign? Ooh, Brian with the scoop ski. Hello, Eddie Guerrero, WWE 123. Thank you for the follow. Brian, Suspenders guy was Towel Boy Paul Adams. I've heard of him. Didn't recognize the face. Who once lived with off-the-grid favorite Bert Prentice.
And they're not doing a very good job of it.
Oh. It's a shame Bert didn't pop up on this show. Marty looking great. That guy. I want that guy in the ring. The guy in the plaid shirt.
Pride here, American pride, and a home crowd it's turned into for Jannetty and Fantastic Rogers. And Marty Jannetty's
the Tonka Kid used to be like the jacked Samoan. He was the Roman of his day.
Look at the power there.
That's Samu. And he says, wait a minute, we're here too.
Wait a minute, I can voice my
I'm gonna vote. The Samoans look like they have the comfiest gear on the show. I always like to throw in my 2 cents on that. El Gooch, first time in the chat on Twitch. Thank you so much. Glad to have you. Somebody knocked over the sign, and there we go. There we go. The guy put it back because Casino Magic's gonna kick them out. If these fans watching wrestling are not calling 1-800-5-MAGIC-5. Super chat from Marty DeRosa. Thank you so much, Precious Bobby Cornett. Yes, this. We talk about cosplay wrestling. That's cosplay wrestling. I agree with you, Joey, on YouTube. Samu is underrated AF. Here we go, Marty Jannetty with his great boots. Great boots. and jean shorts. All right, Brian with more factoids on our cosplay manager friend Paul Adams. He was supposedly the man who broke in both Dash Wilder from FTR and Gunner, TNA legend Gunner Manchild. As the Samoans are just walking into the deep dark abyss, and I don't mean Chris Perks' armpit. There's an old man ready to fight. You want more items, more factoids about Paul Adams? Brian put a link in the Twitch chat. Jonathan Mayer with the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I wish I could pull up the super chats on here, but I'm doing both, and I don't know. I'm not smart enough. I'll have to ask Matt Camp about that. By the way, Matt Camp, check him out. Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, Matt goes live to talk about the world of wrestling. He's the only pundit who I can tolerate listening to him talk about modern wrestling anymore. Check out the Wrestling Matt. He's elsewhere here on YouTube. Go throw him a sub. Check him out Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Right, we finally got rid of that weird sign on the apron. Because apparently they figured out that it's just going to fall over the whole night. Yes, we got a flying leg kick. It's Dutch. Do you hear Dutch? It's an arm drag.
That's great teamwork.
This Rosenblum fella's supposed to be doing play-by-play, and he doesn't know any moves. Oh, shout out Tommy Rogers for being jacked here. And Brian would know. So Brian's saying that's why you tacked down the apron sign with Velcro, like Glory Kickboxing probably did. Comes the Samoan Wear Dad. Wonder if Jacob was at this show. I'm with you, Great Key 360. So he just the ref's back was turned. I thought Tommy Rogers just got like too used to being an ECW. That guy Clint, you are that guy. Thank you for the prime sub on Twitch. Appreciate it.
Work ethic, team effort by
611 Hornet on YouTube. Dutch said he stopped caring after like 2 minutes after the show started. I can hear it. But yeah, it was supposed to be Dutch with Gordon solely, and then Gordon got really sick, I believe.
So what you got here with Jannetty and Rogers, you got like a ragtag team. Actually, I think they're doing
Here we go. Great babyface chin lock.
Hey,
that's what we need on this show. You know that Jim Neidhart and Yokozuna and all them are headlining, so hot babyface action at the start. Chin lock. Nice.
Slams him down. 1, 2. Nope. And a kick out.
And big fan of Cisco referee.
Okay, Jannetty.
Still working the crowd.
I think what he's doing is he's making these Samoans mad. Now, you don't want to make a Samoan.
They should have both worn jeans. Who was that guy? I thought his legs were in cast.
Came into the ring mad.
Before somebody slapped him in the next week.
And again, the Samoans talking things over. Working on that strategy.
Zeke at ringside. Someday my son will be able to buy and sell all of you. Got a private comment from a pal watching. Jacob was getting ready to rob a bank in '99. Ooh, Ostifsky. How many coke hits was Marty on, you think? I don't think... Okay, I think cocaine hits Marty. Marty doesn't hit cocaine.
And a warning.
Holy shit, Burner McBurner. Let's just say I agree. If you saw Burner McBurner's comment, I agree. Did Tommy and Marty ever team before this as Bam Dog? I don't believe so. Maybe in Kansas City? But I don't think that was Tommy Rogers. I think that was Marty and somebody else. That guy Clint, I don't think they teamed before or after this. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like whoever was alive or like functional among the babyface tag teams kind of just got paired on these random nostalgia shows.
I mean, I could do it, but the regular guy would sort of upset the regular person. But I mean, I could do it. You'd probably have trouble with it.
Samu
Shout
hammering
out Canadian
away.
Too Cold Scorpio on YouTube.
Off the
Hopefully you
ropes
didn't
and
stab
down.
anybody over the
And
weekend.
that one stung, and
Genetti's
Genetti's
mullet
in
is a
pain.
hero of its own right. Seriously.
he's laboring.
And Marty cut his hair in WCW.
Don't let him,
Like,
get strapped in.
there was a point he did not have a mullet. He grew it back out.
It's 2-on-1 right here. All locked up. Fantastic Rogers on the other side trying to plead his case.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, he's having a little trouble breathing right now. And they cut off that oxygen to the brain. Of course,
Paul Adams over there in the corner, you can barely see him, but he is just walking back and
Comes
forth.
by two with that chair. He got
Oh,
him
hey,
in the
chair
back
shot
with
in the
chair.
opener.
Oh, that was
I love
obscene.
it. Like, I genuinely
Got
love
two
it,
hit.
knowing how bad the show
Genetti
is.
right in the square of the back.
El Gooch, thank you for the sub.
Obviously shaken
You know,
up.
I haven't dropped my line yet, but I never beg for subs.
That may be
They
good
give me
teamwork,
strength, but like
that's
my
not
dad
football.
guy, what I do is I put him a little syringe and I stick him on my butt cheek, and I get all jacked.
You know, I've seen Marty Jannetty pick up a chair and hit people with it.
Right, Marty, did I hear correctly in Between the Sheets that Jannetty and Shane Douglas were set to team up, but Marty got fired? Yes. WCW 93, they were set to be like a rocker-style tag team, and then Marty went and got arrested,
They moved to the other side,
and like it
Dom
made
cement his
newspapers,
carpet
so
there, but
they
not
couldn't use
covered.
them.
Giamatti hit that, and there is cement. And again, the attention, there's fantastic Tommy Rogers not liking
Now you
the
watch-
way his partner's being thrown around.
Like, is this Marty Jannetty's ECW tryout match?
They'll stalk and they'll back
These
up and they'll
chair
draw
shots and all these
against
bumps on the
Jannetty. They
floor?
know they got him hurt now. Now they're going to go to work on it.
They were a house show team in 90 in the WWF, yeah, when Sean got hurt. That's right, Clint.
On a good move. Oh!
And to answer 142 Winner's question, Marty Jannetty's still alive because Marty Jannetty is a force of nature.
See if he can make the tag here.
He's got to make
Dudes
the
like
tag.
Marty Jannetty, you can't kill them.
To Rogers.
He got it. He got
And I
the
really
tag.
hope that comment doesn't
Fantastic Tommy
encourage
Rogers.
anybody. Please don't go kill
Comes out
Marty Jannetty.
kicking.
In for the ride.
Off the ropes and the flying leg kick.
Marty Jannetty is,
And fantastic Tommy
he's an
Rogers
interesting case study in
coming out.
how the
And
human
there's a
brain
body
can work.
slap.
Look at that, Tommy Rogers, again, way too good for this show.
Hands together.
And the headbutts.
That doesn't hurt him.
All three of them.
La Bamba Dubaka on Twitch. I wonder how many people went to Nitro the next day. Nitro was in Biloxi. The show was also in Mississippi, of course. Of course, these people
Oh!
booked the show the same weekend that Nitro was in town.
Let's see if he can keep it rolling. These guys are big. Oh!
Oh, that was
A
pretty
double bulldog.
deceptive.
Double bulldog by Jannetty. Let's see if they can take it home now. Let's see if they can bring home the bacon. Drop kick drives him outside.
Bring home the bacon. Yeah, there we go. Just
We see our ring announcer over that.
oh shit, Marty with the pescado. See, I do. This is Marty Jannetty's ECW tryout.
A la plancha over the top.
Brian, Jannetty is too physically tough and mentally unfit to die. Like, if he stopped to consider it, it'd be over. Wiley Cody having to run off a cliff.
2, 3,
They
it's
got
over.
him.
The Samoans
I
have
was
it.
right.
Samoans
I
win.
was right. I knew
Again,
it was
this
from the
nostalgia
top.
show starts with the heel victory. That's what you do. Double flying leg kicks. So you see that match? That's the bar.
Very good.
And warning, it don't move too much.
Ever Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view, and they can always put that in a resume. They beat Marty Jannetty, and they beat Tommy Rogers right here on the first ever Heroes.
Bill Burr in the audience is having fun.
Matu and Sam
Hey,
Lewis.
Combat Camera on YouTube. Yes, Jake Roberts to come.
Fantastic Tommy Rogers
A lot of Jake Roberts to come.
on his back, and Marty Jannetty
142
actually
winners. That's the
Jannetty
bar,
beating
and everyone else is
Take a
playing
look at the
limbo.
replay of the finish of this one.
Now, you don't have to be a brain-sized scientist to know what's coming next.
You don't have to be a
You get picked up
brain
in this. You're going down. You're
scientist.
either going
Oh,
down
hey, a
to
TKO.
Samoan drop, or you
Didn't
going
even
down.
notice
You
that.
altered it a little bit there. That is a face buster. In either case, it worked. The Samoan SWAT team.
Marty, to his
victorious
credit.
tonight On Heroes of Wrestling over Tommy Rogers and
To his credit, Marty was
Jannetty.
really into that match. Way more than the other three guys.
Puts away
Here's another.
fantastic Tommy Rogers. We're gonna look at it one
Slim
more
Shady
time.
referee, Cisco
Another great
referee.
angle here. Watch this spin. This is beautiful. This is textbook. Oh, brother, he jammed him.
No mercy, you bring that up. So I made that short that I released Friday. I produced that the previous weekend. I try to be at least a week or two ahead on my videos. So I made the video because I love to Scorpio. ScoopsWrestling.com.
Heroes of Wrestling.com.
Al
We
Isaacs.
have a lot of great gear, hats of Heroes of Wrestling.
Maybe we'll finally get the answer. Was Yokozuna supposed to be in the Hart Foundation? Who
Of
knows?
the Heroes of Wrestling, www.scoopswrestling.com.
I love that old person. WW dot. That's it. It's an old person thing if I've ever heard one.
His hats and his shirts, they're unbelievable memorabilia.
Oh, it's very nice.
The unbelievable hats. The Heroes of Wrestling hats. Oh, we get vignettes now.
Steele, of course, a lot of people are talking like they're doing more than just manager wrestling partnership. It could be a lot more than that. Based on what we saw on the Dutch, they're awfully friendly.
That's what mine is what George is going to be saying in about a half hour in the hotel room. Also, George Steele, like, half staying in character. Good on him for getting the blue tongue in the hotel lobby, but also trying to be horny at the same time.
They look to be very friendly.
Well, they look like they're having a very good time, I might add. I think
like,
Animal Steele and Sherry, they make a nice couple.
Sherry finally getting her ultimate revenge. What is going on here? Were they in the... I'm so confused. Okay, they're in the hotel room. I thought George just ripped her dress off in the lobby.
About your relationship with George the Animal Steele.
You know, in the wrestling business, you get to the top by your body count. George the Animal Steele is the one man.
All right, Sherry.
For
shooting nights.
They know it for sure. But I have got an animal that would take anybody on and do whatever it takes to defeat them. So that
also, George Steele, his real life job, he was a school teacher.
Yeah, you go. Fight.
I'm sure he was retired by this point. Imagine seeing Mr. Myers on TV Sunday night ripping off women's dresses in a hotel lobby. Seriously, it's George. This is George the Animal Steele in the Attitude. He's just ferally horny. He's like the ultimate incel.
Weighing in at 252 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
This guy is giving off such amateur MMA event vibes.
Ah, there he comes.
Oh, Brian. For not the first time I've seen a school teacher sexually assault someone in a prom dress. It hurts because it's true.
He's had many battles all across the world. WWF, WCW, Mid-Atlantic, all over the world. Japan, Tears of Japan, everything. And he's got
the guy's picking his nose right on camera, trying to get a shot of the one lady in the crowd below the age of 30. Yeah, Sherry was perfectly fine there.
What you people need to do is all stand up and give me a standing ovation, because I'm the greatest wrestling machine of all time. I'm the son of the legend Johnny Valentine and George the Animal.
This crowd rules.
They have been feuding for years.
None of them want to be there.
My father is retired now.
Why do they keep cutting to these like wide shots? Like, pulled out his wiener in the ring or something.
Well, tonight it's going to be all over. It's all going to be all over for you, George Steele. You're going to lay down and die. I'm gonna put the figure four leg lock on you.
You're gonna die, George. Don't say that on this show. Like, what would he have done if George still died? Like, in the ring? Also, like, 3 months before this, somebody died on a wrestling ring.
289 pounds. He is accompanied with Sherry Martel.
Look at this capacity crowd. There must be 350 people there. Love it. Also, shout out to Jonathan Mayer's comment on YouTube before I saw it, but I didn't read it. It said, George the Animal still eating padded bras.
Sensuous Sherry Martel leading her protege down the aisle. George the Animal Steele.
Was Sherry's hair that big during the promo?
Very interesting. Sherry Martel on the outside.
Like, Greg Valentine's promo was long enough for her to put on a full face of makeup, redo her hair.
Classic confrontation here on Heroes of Wrestling.
George Steele really was so smart in his prime about his gear, because he just had to wear like sweatpants and a ringer tee.
Well,
good.
He can eat those pads later. I think he needs to concentrate on. Greg.
Also, he's looked like that since the 70s. Arn Anderson's disorder.
I may have given a favorite a little.
With the Casino Magic signs back, because they know nobody's going to be taking bumps in this match, so nobody will be moving that.
And of course, the Animal has extra motivation here. He knows that.
And she's had 3 dresses, 2 hairstyles, 2 implied sexual encounters just since the stream started. And we're just hitting a half hour, folks. Who knows who Sherry will bang in the next 2.5 hours? Here we go. The referee appears to be in worse shape than George Steele.
Wait a minute.
How many years are we away from Matt Taven diving on George Steele? That was 2009? Like, it was a few years before Taven went to Ring of Honor.
Protection there from the
I think we're about a decade
Greg Valentine.
away from that. George still working indies.
He's gonna leave this casino tonight.
If you've never seen that, Matt Taven pre-Ring of Honor was working in a show. It was like George the Animal Steele was managing one of the other guys, and for some reason Matt Taven does the craziest dive you'll ever see and splats on George Steele, who did not know he was going to be catching a dive. 107-year-old George the Animal Steele.
He's going after the top turnbuckle already.
Wait a minute.
Jax, H843 in the chat, dropping some knowledge. I did not know this promotion actually ran other shows. Apparently they ran a few spot shows in casinos leading up to this. I remember one came to Shreveport. Wow.
George the Animal Steele, a legendary.
Yeah, people hated Matt Taven for a while. He was like public enemy number one.
Hammer's arm's hurt. He hurt his left arm.
This is the 2009 version of Cancel.
The Animal got to him.
Well, listen. I think Sherry Martel asked me a little earlier, did I have any salt and pepper?
Hello, Henry, Ray of Sunshine. Happy to have you here, Henry.
So we put a little salt, a little pepper on it, and chop down. A little bit of seasoning never hurt anyone.
Yeah, they absolutely had plans to make this into like a full promotion. And then this show happened, and it both lost money and was, quite frankly, socially irresponsible to run another show. It might have been for Northeast Wrestling referee Vinny Max. It sounds about right.
He's got to take that thing off. There you go.
George the Animal Steele. They start the heat spot because George Steele can't get his shirt off.
Elbow to the top of the head.
That wasn't the smartest move I've ever seen.
No.
To pull your shirt over your head
Can't
yourself.
see.
You know what I mean? No.
And George Steele appears to be dead.
Wait a minute. I'm
That
supposed
belly's
to say
exposed right now. Ooh.
That belly is exposed. He's kicking him in the exposed belly.
Knee. Working that knee over is Valentine.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. If I were a referee trying to call this like a legitimate match, I would maybe tell him, hey, back off. This man is... Sherry just turned on George Steele?
Animal doesn't know that's happening.
He has no clue.
Apparently, the only thing that George eats is turnbuckles, seems like.
Wait a minute. This is getting very...
It's odd.
A conspiracy.
And not a lick of wrist tape. Both these guys look like perverts. Good point, Jonathan.
Animal has no clue what's going on.
He's still in the corner. Wait a
Like,
minute.
why?
Look at that face.
So wait, is the ankle that Sherry's cheating because he can't see and therefore, like, he's still thinking that she's on his side?
That shirt's gotta come
Like, is he
off.
supposed to? We're supposed to assume that he thinks it's like a fan running in.
And another one on top of the head. And another.
Like, it makes sense, and I'm baffled at the same time. So that place must be so hot because Sherry's hair, like instant.
But he doesn't know what happened.
He has no clue.
He has no clue of what happened.
Oh, hey, look, all that cheating they spent 5 minutes on doesn't matter. Sweet.
Wait a minute, he's digging for something. Wait a minute, he's got something. He's got something.
He's got a shiv.
Oh.
What did he poke him with? They got him right.
Got one of those tape things that old wrestlers used to hit each other with.
I can't see what it is.
Well, it looks like something long with some
What
tape
the fuck
wrapped
is
around
it? It appears to just be tape rolled up on itself.
Sherry's there saying,
Like how guys used to have brass knuckles that was
give
just
it back to Sherry. He is still
athletic
putting
tape.
trust in the Sherry. Brother,
A plastic tape
see
spoon.
how women are. Excuse me, Randy, you never had a woman. But you see how they are. You know, they'll turn on you in a moment.
I ignored that comment. I want you to know.
And it's
Sherry
boob
Martel
tape.
now on
Heard
the
about
apron, exhorting the Animal on, but it's the Hammer who's doing just
that.
that.
But now George Steele's getting his ass kicked,
on the Animal Steele.
even though he just used a weapon and another ball shot.
Sweet spot with that leg kick.
Again, this is 1999. Those of you who were not lucky enough to grow up during the Attitude Era.
Way too much time over there in the corner.
Every other
He got hit
promotion
on the Hammer.
Wait a minute, Sherry
just
gave
decided,
him
hey, nut shots are legal now. For like an 18-month period.
Hell is going on here? Boy, I'm gonna tell you what. Sherry walking around the ring telling everybody to shut up.
I thought they were a love interest, and now she's turned against the Animal Steele.
Well, that's where they are.
Well, here's the thing about love, buddy. Love is love.
It's very fickle.
And if Sherry wants to love two old men, then so be it.
You gotta feel bad for the Animal.
This is the thruple. Okay, that's just lazy.
He's got it in his
That is the
You have a good amount of
come
ass,
into play
Craig.
very
Just like
much in
push it
the
up in there a little more.
George the Animal Steele match. Steele trying to punch his way out of the corner.
Also, we really needed that Greg the Hammer Valentine butt cheek shot. Like he did an angry podcast on Thanksgiving, said that he had a giant bump on his ass. We really needed those shots in there to prove that his claims were fraudulent when our doctor sues him.
Dutch is already off headsets, and he's talking with Sherry Martel.
And now, is Sherry with Dutch now?
Involved with the match. Sherry Martel is hearing it from the crowd. They don't like the fact that she's going back and forth with these two guys. Well, they're rooting for Animal.
Okay, they're training Animal. I thought they were training Jezebel. I'm like,
Sherry
oh,
just
guys.
gave him the object back. And oh, it fell down. Wait a minute. It fell. The Animal's got it. He's got it up now.
Okay, I just caught that.
Rolling out of the ring.
I'd roll out of the ring.
Based on that last vignette, we really shouldn't be saying that the Animal's got it up. I believe he had it up, like, in the hotel. How long has it been since JR has called someone a Jezebel? I'm sure he's called a nurse at the hospital a Jezebel. Jeez. You see it up. Hey, Jamie, I love me some Jamie. And thank you for loving me some Jamie. Greg Valentine wins what I think is a match. This ring announcer's cadence is all weird.
Wait a minute.
He's like an AI ring announcer. You know how AI kind of like puts... Jeez, Sherry. He like puts the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, so to speak, on everything. Yeah, Sherry so far has taken the best one.
He's confused. He's upset. He needs counseling. He needs therapy.
I agree. I think it's beyond. Sherry was the greatest. I agree, Brian.
That's the way they're saying it. Wait a minute. Look here. Oh, wait. Here come the chairs. Get out of the way.
Hey, these ring crew guys are great too. They're totally like crappy local New Yorkers. They probably brought the ring.
Oh yeah. And why not? He should be angry. What happened to him tonight?
George Steele's like, I saw this thing on that ECW one day where they all threw chairs in the ring. What if I do that? Jamie with the super chat on YouTube. I'm so much super chat tonight. Thank you so much for your kind words and your generosity, Jamie. That's right, I completely forgot La Bamba Dubaka. Sherry came back to WCW after this. There's like a 2 or 3 week period where she was in the revamped women's division after Russo left the first time. Hell yeah, fella. Sherry rules. I've never heard anybody have like a bad story about how Sherry being in the ring. Sherry didn't seem like she was a mean person. She always seemed like a sweetheart from every story I've ever heard.
And now they're trying to clear
Throw
it
one
out.
out for a real one. Sherry Martel.
Here we got the maintenance crews. Okay, while they're cleaning this up, fans, let's take a
We
look
needed
at
a
this.
replay of that shot. Fartmaster Supreme, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you are all being great tonight. Subs and chats left and right. My goodness. You're all the best. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I didn't see where she hit him in the ear with that chair. That's right, George Steele was on Nitro after this as well. Because Vince Russo had no idea of any like WCW like Crockett legends, so he just booked a bunch of New York guys.
And now we see George Steele finally realized what's happening. He finally takes
Look at Sherry, best bump. And even then, it was like way safer than any bump she was taking.
I think there's going to be some bad blood boiling over about this.
I think we can safely say that the relationship with George the Animal
Thank you for all the kind words in the chat, folks. I appreciate you all. Touch Mintel ready to fight the camera operator.
And Sherry, we don't know. But that was an odd turn of events here at Casino Magic.
Somebody just randomly yelling, "You suck, Dutch."
No, I didn't
expected that Sherry Martel would be there for the animal, and obviously she went completely the other way.
Nobody expected it. Sherry Martel, Greg Valentine, working in concert to take the win over George the Animal Steele.
Just call her a great villain.
I'm a compassionate man. I felt a little
Thank
bad
you,
for the
Brent Clark. I appreciate
How does the
it.
animal recover from this on the Heroes of Wrestling? He comes back, he goes after the hammer. He not only loses the match, he loses.
Sherry was Peggy Sue. Yes.
She's not so sweet anymore.
Yes,
Well,
Jamie.
like
Sherry
I said
was
before,
Peggy
gonna be
Sue
some
with the Honky
repercussions
Tonk
off this,
Man.
but hey, losing Sherry, you know, maybe I don't know, maybe he's better off without her. You ever think about it like that? But let's put
Also,
a
we
silver lining
totally
as well,
needed a
and,
3-minute
you know,
soliloquy
maybe better off
about
without Sherry Martel.
I'm sure
the
animal
Greg
Steele will want a
Valentine,
rematch.
George
He's gonna
Steele,
wanna get
Sherry
his girl
Martel
back,
thruple
and he certainly wanna
after
get
that match,
back at Hammer Valentine. Maybe
using
he won't
their
want that
pay-per-view
girl
satellite
back.
time
We're
very
gonna go
wisely.
over to Michael St. John in the dressing room.
Well, Michael St. John. Shit. I've heard him call USW. It's probably for the best we can't hear him.
Too Cold Scorpio, who's already said he's gonna beat your tail.
Let me tell you something. You have no
What if he was like, Too Cold Scorpio, who said he's going to mug you in a gas station?
You're going down tonight because I am wrestling's greatest superstar, and I'm here to prove to the world why I deserve everything.
Yeah,
I
Julio
get. I'm gonna
Fantastico,
win every match I
aka
ever
Julio De Niro.
Tonight you'll have your opportunity because you're meeting probably one of the most talented
Again, just a couple
athletes
months
in
away
all
from
of
being a
professional
hot
wrestling
commodity
today.
in
You've got a lot to
ECW.
prove in that
He was
ring.
also in
I am the
Raven's
measuring stick, not
Gathering.
him, you understand? I'm the reason why
Barmaster
I'm
Supreme,
here
thank
tonight.
you for
I'm
the
reason you're here.
cheers,
I'm
my
the reason
dude.
you're here, not Too Cold Scorpio.
Appreciate it.
Too Cold Scorpio, he has made his name. He has been a champion. He's been a half of the World Tag Team Champions. He's a man that can take care of himself. I think you're underestimating what this man can do in the ring.
I'm not
Also, I
underestimating
appreciate
it.
how
I'm
they
confident. It's not conceit.
couldn't book enough
Everybody's going
legends, so
down
they
tonight
booked
because I am the best
Julio
who's ever
Sanchez
wrestled,
from the
man.
Jersey
Well,
Indies.
tonight we're going to see right here on the Heroes of Wrestling what Too Cold Scorpio and this man, Julio Fantastico, can do. Let's take these men to the ring right now.
All right, here we go. Look at those mics hanging. As blatantly
Ladies
as I've
and
ever seen
gentlemen,
mics hang
our
above the
next
wrestling.
match of the evening. From Tierra dos Los Magnifico, weighing in at 220
That's not a
pounds,
place.
Julio
Tierra Los Magnifico? I have a feeling that it's supposed to be Mexico.
Here comes a very brash young man. He's only 27 years of age.
He's only
He's an aerial
27.
wrestler. He's young. This is his first pay-per-view event, and he's very hungry. And he loves the ladies.
I feel so
too.
bad for him. Because, yeah, like,
He's a
the
real playboy
couple of folks in the
outside
chat
the
have brought
ring.
up,
He
like,
talks it up inside the ring.
whoa. Hey, Don Vito.
He's got an attitude.
He was on the way up
First
when
look at Julio Fantastico,
WCW and
so I
ECW
won't
died.
judgment on him till I see
Like,
him, but he moves
like, he was a
he's
low
in
card
good
guy in
shape. He looks
ECW
like
when
he's got-
they
he's
died.
got
He
the
would have had a
build,
run.
He's got the look. So I'm going to withhold judgment on this. Let's get Too Cold Scorpio out here. Then I will give you my expert analysis.
Somebody better keep Scorpio from Greg Valentine's form out.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent,
Brian,
at
he's young, he's
225
very hungry. I
pounds.
assume there'd be
from
catering.
Denver, Colorado.
Here we go. Too Cold Scorpio wearing his Terry Funk
Scorpio.
shirt in his promo pic.
There is a very exciting wrestler.
Wow, that would have been awesome. Labamba Dude Baka on Twitch says, Wiki says this was originally supposed to be Too Cold versus Reckless Youth, but Reckless got a developmental deal before the show. That would have been dope. Reckless rules.
Knock down the brash youngster.
There we go, Too Cold Scorpio. And yes, he has a replica belt with him. You know how you can tell it's a replica? Because it's bent almost like a square. Yeah, I've seen Julio's TNA run. It was alright.
Julio Fantastico, he didn't say it in his interview right before he came out here, but what he has said in the past.
Like, how many dudes in that locker room do you think brought replica belts? That were like, can I just bring my belt to the ring with me? And they all got turned down except for Scorpio. Like, they all brought their belts that they take the mark pics with, Polaroids. As everybody knows, Kevin Nash rule, if you bring a replica belt with you, you'll make so much more picture money. Yeah, Sheiky totally brought a WCW fake belt. Guaranteed it.
Fantastico wants him right now. And Todd Taylor, the referee,
Scorpio slapping hands with every fan. We have a third referee now. Got some Sandy Duncan vibes.
Casino Magic should be congratulated for being the host of this event of Heroes of Wrestling here. And now we see Scorpio.
Yeah, that's a sweet robe. So yeah, he could have hit that
Each
ball.
other past, but I think there is some bad blood behind him. Wait a minute.
Like the promoter's like, nobody's got any of them replica belts around here, do they? And Scorpio's like, no, not me.
Captain Lou.
Here he is, Captain. Please be our guest. Step in here, Randy Rosenblum.
Captain, how are you?
Come in and join us, Captain.
There we go, Captain Lou Albano,
Albano joining us.
fresh off of writing An Idiot's Guide to Pro Wrestling with Burt Sugar around the time of this.
You look great. What about this? You got a brash youngster up there who says he's going to take down all these heroes of wrestling. Fantastico has no respect for any of these veterans.
Yeah, Scorpio's hair was pretty long, like at the end of his WWF run too.
This Julio, look at this Julio.
This Julio.
The Scorpio that he's
He
with.
thinks he's
Look at the
pronouncing
talent
it
they have here
correctly.
tonight. This is one of the greatest of all time, one of the greatest events of all time. Bill Stone Jr., you're outdoing yourself. I can't believe it.
Oh, here we go. Gotta mention the promoter as soon as you sit down. That way, if there's a second show,
so we might give you a raise. But let's go from here.
Thank you for the
All
compliment.
right. You're down for an extra couple of grand a week, Dutch, because you're doing a terrific
I
job.
appreciate that.
All right.
oh, that's right. He was the commissioner. I completely forgot about
Listen to
that.
this guy here. This guy's a walking encyclopedia.
I don't think Lou is drunk. I just think Lou was insane.
What these guys are thinking out here. I can
There
do
you
it.
go.
Lou can do it.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate the kind words.
Well, first of all, what they're thinking is they're both two very capable athletes. Who's quicker? Who can move around? Who can get behind a guy and take a guy to disadvantage and perhaps go for a quick pin? They both want to do it. You know,
Why
if you
is
don't get out there and you
Lou-
don't win, you
like,
don't
I
make the
assume
money.
they're
I mean, you
all-
make something, but you don't. You're not
Like the
progressing in
audio
your
balance the
career.
same. Lou
Now,
is
Scorpio's a
still
great
somehow
athlete,
way
but this
louder.
Julio said, look at that. Look at that move. Oh, I used to do that when I was never, brother.
Lou, I think you can
Never,
still
brother.
I think you can still do it.
Please. I was all right as a manager, but as a wrestler, I was uncoordinated. Dutch, you were one of the greats, but I don't consider myself that.
I'm losing control here with you.
Yeah,
two guys.
okay, go right ahead.
Oh, that was beautiful.
There it is.
And they left that Dan
Oh,
Casino
the
Magic
right
sign in the ring.
Mobility
Oh!
for both, and the leg
What
drop.
a drop kick.
And a reversal.
This is what,
Down, look
like,
at that job
Now
there.
that was a drop
top
kick,
line
not a leg
indie
drop, but it
wrestling
a
was
drop
in
kick, but it was a
1999.
Drop kick turned him around. That was
Turned him
good
around.
stuff.
Ooh, I think we got a referee Vinny Locks ID'd the referee. That's Hot Bod Todd Taylor. Of course, he's got a nickname.
He doesn't seem bad. He looks like he's got the brain of a dehydrated baby.
Like, of the three
Put a
referees,
picture
he
of
seems
Patrick
to be the
flying backwards,
best
But he's
so
not a
far.
bad guy.
Scorpio's got him by the hair right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that move.
Into the ropes.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
How about the
Look at
back
that.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
And then
Oh, look at that drop kick.
miscommunication.
flip?
Poor
That was a
guys.
great drop kick by Scorpio.
Like, imagine if these two,
Whoa,
like,
slams him down.
legitimately tore it up.
No count yet.
Imagine being the
I
guys
was talking.
who, like, had the best match on Heroes of, like, had, like, a 5-star match on Heroes of Wrestling.
What Michael Jordan was to basketball. Now I know he sort of.
And then it's just like a
embellished
joke
but do you think
for the rest of your
that
career.
Possibly, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Do you think?
Hey, look, there's,
he
like,
can
people
maybe-
who know who Two Old
Well,
Scorpio is. That's good.
Perhaps I gotta say, Dutch, throughout a couple of years of experience, he'll keep progressing to that point. Right now, let's put him on 100%. I'd give him like an 80-85. He's a good wrestler with the potential. All right, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Lou appears to be scoring the wrestling
He says
now.
he's broken more hearts than bones.
Well, they kind of like.
Alright,
him.
he's hot bod
That's
because
why
he
I don't go near him.
managed.
If I
Okay,
stand
that
next
makes
to him, I look like a pit bull dog in heat, so I keep away.
He was
from
the best referee
Oh,
wrestler. You know who was the
Ooh, the
worst?
elbow
Was
knocked
Nick
down
Patrick.
Scorpio, and that hurt him right
You
on the
laugh,
chin.
Dutch. When I get up
All
and
my
look at it,
homies
it takes
hate
me an hour
Nick
to brush my
Patrick.
teeth. You think it's easy going through life like this? Phew.
He was the best.
Well, Julio
You know who's
Fantastico's
really-
turning this crowd
He's
here
never
into
gonna
a
wrestle, and you're never
casino
gonna
magic
see him
against
wrestle.
But he don't care.
But-
He don't
No,
care.
no,
See,
no,
you
no.
can't-
I've
that's
seen
what
him
I'm trying to
screw
tell you,
around
Julio.
before shows
You take
before,
the penalties,
and he was, like,
you leave
really
these people
good.
out here. They like
Was,
it, they don't
Bryce
like it. If it
Remsburg.
affects your wrestling, then you're gonna lose the match.
Well, the girls may like him, but the
Like, I've
fans
seen
here
him,
at
like,
Casino
just
Magic do
screwing
not
around in the ring
like
before shows, and it's like,
Fantastico's
why aren't you wrestling?
actions.
You're
They're
really,
certainly
really
rooting
good.
for Too Cold
Especially at
Scorpio.
Lucha.
Is this Dutch? Oh boy.
Wait a
Whoa.
minute. He went for it. He moved.
Whoa.
There he nailed it.
Oh, man.
Brother, he was right on there.
Brother.
Wow, look at that.
Throws him down again, and Scorpio
Unbelievable.
taking control with
Hey,
that back kick
out
outside the
to
ropes.
jeez.
floor. Whoa.
Now, when's the last time you saw Michael Jordan take a spinning
Man,
heel
oh
kick?
man, that's right.
When's the last time you saw
Fans here sort of
Michael
call
Jordan
Julio Fantastico.
take a spinning heel kick?
Fantastico got dunked.
Well, it can happen. Oh.
Oh
Over
shit,
the
we just
top,
missed.
over the
It was
rope.
probably a
He hit
really
the
cool
gas.
dive.
Steel barricade. He hit the steel barricade, Dutch. Did you see that?
He drove it back about a foot or so. Now That's what you got to worry about when you start doing all those moves over the top rope into this concrete floor. You see, Lou, I have a healthy respect for
Tommy Young wrestled Nikita's penis in his tights, so that counts as a referee.
Well, you're an intelligent individual, Dutch, and you realize the dangers. This is like the lucha libre where they're flying all over each other. I mean, you got to be careful. Man, because you hear about all the injuries that happen. Well, this could certainly injure a man.
What I wouldn't pay to have Lou commentate Malice at the Palace.
Look at that shot by the youngster.
Like arms and legs flying everywhere in that audience.
Like a Roman candle. There you go. Over the top.
Over the top.
He took the ride.
Watch this. Oh.
He nails him.
Yeah, Lou with Dutch Mantel is like the most brothered out commentary team. Oh, geez, why are you doing that on this show, Scorpio?
That hurts. He's not staying down. He is not staying down. Over the top.
Gee, okay. I respect that he's like, I'm going to do a tope con hilo, but I'm going to hold on to the rope so I don't really kill myself. And then he does that crazy dive.
Oh, this is devastating. These two athletes
outside the ring than in the ring.
Boy, oh boy.
Now, Lou, we're going to call upon your years and years of wrestling experience.
Imagine how much of these two were being buried in the locker room for doing too much by all the shitty drunk veterans.
Run back to the dressing room.
That's right. That's what the smart... Oh, wait a minute.
Look at the...
Julio, buddy.
Oh, onto the concrete
No.
floor. I mean, are they kidding?
Why did you do that?
They're back in the crowd now.
What a pay-per-view event.
Did anybody tell them, like, you can't see anything back there? Except for that kid right there, Aaron Carter.
Get idiot face out of the way so we can see.
Boy, these people getting their money's worth. I'll tell you,
yeah, we can't see anything, guys. They turn on the spotlight like good 10 yards away from them.
We can't tell what exactly is going on.
Oh,
again, sickly Bill Burr.
One of the fans. Fantastico and Dragon. We don't know where they are. There's the Dragon coming back. He's bringing back Fantastico.
Yeah, good on Scorpio for having a work ethic. Same with Julio.
What a production, Bill Stone.
Jeez,
These are
dude.
great. What a great match.
Now, these guys, they are tough, especially Fantastico. Man, what a spill he took over.
I think Julio did take out a fan.
Oh, boy.
Okay, he back heel Scorpio. Let's serve Scorpio.
Yeah, Lou did call somebody the Dragon, didn't he?
You get what you
Does he think that's Ricky Steamboat? That was a cool pump handle suplex thing. Everybody had a pump handle suplex back in the day.
No, he kicked out.
Two count, okay.
Well, the referee counted two.
That's the will to win. Did you look at this here? Watch this move. Oh, devastating.
Was square.
1, 2. That's it. No.
He got
Nope.
No.
Gotta do all the near falls on this show.
I think he's going to pin Scorpio with just an elbow drop.
No.
No, but he would pin him with all that other stuff they just did on the concrete.
It's going to take more than that.
Yeah, maybe a suplex off the top rope or something. That may do it.
These guys are...
Oh,
These guys are tough.
Oh, jeez. Scorpio body. Mike Cicerone, Troy Vang, welcome. Welcome, y'all. Glad to have you here. And if you're just joining us, this is night 1 of 2 nights of Tom Terror, as I just dubbed it because alliteration. I'll be back tomorrow on Twitch exclusively for WCW Deep Cuts Live. This is bonus to celebrate me hitting 20,000 YouTube subs.
That's it.
1, 2. No.
I'm telling you, it's going to take a little more than that for a guy to beat another guy.
I don't know. This is devastating.
There's just some guy in the crowd painted red for no reason. That was a little disturbing. All right, here we go. Scorpio's going to properly crush Julio's skull here. Hey, there was a kid that knew what Scorpio was. Good on that kid.
Can he drop the bomb right here?
Oh.
Scorpio can't even be bothered to crotch himself. That was great.
Let's see if this gets him another face buster. We saw that earlier.
1,
Fantastico in.
Kick out. I have not watched wrestling since 2001. Are there any huge fat wrestlers? I think the last one was, what's his name? Tyrus. He's a big old boy. Not a mobile big old boy like the Samoans. Yeah, Lou has not referred to anybody as a dehydrated baby yet, or anybody with a dehydrated BB gun or BB bullet brain.
A spinning toe kick. Man,
Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. All right, La Bamba Dubaka looked at the Sunday Night Heat card that happened on the same night. J.R. Ryder, East Coast legend against the Godfather. There we go. Oh, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. Please don't hurt him. Oh, okay, he missed him. Thank God. Steve Blackman versus Chaz Dudley, and the Dudleys versus Chris Jericho and Curtis Hughes.
Scorpio's the winner.
Thank you, referee Vinny Lax.
What a pin.
Excellent match.
What a fascinating match. Also, bless Julio for selling his face like it was smashed.
He didn't win. Yes. He didn't win. But guys, you can't win every night.
He's got some talent, but you got to back it up with wins.
Hold it. That's why I said in a couple of years he'll be right up there on top. I gave him an 80%. Maybe I'll give him an 85.
Why are we grading the wrestlers?
Well, you got to run your mouth. You got to believe you're the best when you go in the ring.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not going to be able to win.
Why isn't that guy wrestling in this show? I want to see that guy in the tank top. That guy probably like headlined like Kansas City at some point.
Watch this. Just a minute. Don't be talking too much. Just watch it. I got you there.
Thank you, Smiling Minotaur on YouTube. I appreciate it.
Watch this move right here. This is beautiful. This is textbook.
The front flip leg drop. Probably the safest one I've ever seen Scorpio do. Normally he'll just crush your head.
Performance by both men here tonight on Heroes of Wrestling.
They call that the tumbleweed.
And he completely missed, and they picked a camera angle to expose it. But better than the alternative. Better than Julio going to the hospital.
I've been involved for 48 years. I've never seen a production like this, Dutch. It's great. I feel so good.
He probably hasn't ever seen a production like this.
Right here. And on this release,
Some old guy in the background is telling people to suck it.
48-year veteran Captain Lou Albano.
Now we're just reading from the press release for the show.
The Heroes of Wrestling.
They made me the commissioner.
They made me the commissioner? What if he was like, no, I don't want to be the commissioner of this mess?
How long are you the commissioner?
Shut up a minute and I'll let you know.
How long are you the commissioner? He doesn't know! He didn't know that you were gonna make him the commissioner.
Decency, honesty, call it like it is, play no favorites. I am proud to be the head of the greatest organization around, the Heroes of Wrestling. Dutch, thank you. I am the new commissioner.
What's the future for the Heroes of Wrestling?
The future for the Heroes
Why would you?
of Wrestling is throughout the
He just got
country.
hired.
Pay-per-view events, special appearances, special events, with the commissioner being
We're doing meet and greets. What's the future of the company? I'm gonna do a lot of meet and greets.
Bill Stone production, right here at Casino Magic. This is the greatest production of
We're gonna do other shows, but also I'm gonna do a lot of meet and greets.
I feel so good, so proud, and so elated. Captain Lou, oh man, the new commissioner.
I think he just came.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Unbelievable, Captain Lou
What?
Albano.
What is that, Hank? Is he crying?
As you can see,
Does he think this is real? Oh my God, he's crying.
Come on, Lou.
Captain Lou Albano, the new commissioner
Oh, he
of Heroes
He fucked up
of
the dude's name
Wrestling.
sitting right next to him. Come on.
Go up into the ring for.
Thanks, Dutch. Thank you, brother. I can't believe
There's no way
Okay,
Lou
we're not
knew
gonna go to
the name of the
ring.
show was The
We gotta
Day.
go backstage to Michael St. John.
A wise choice for Commissioner and Captain Lou Albano. He's going to have his hands full, and one of the things he may have to intervene with is
Michael
something
St. John
that happened
again,
right before
one of
we
the
went on
worst
air today.
commentators in
Two of
wrestling
the
history.
behemoths of professional
His
wrestlers,
USWA
and
stuff
King
is
Kong Bundy
atrocious.
and Yokozuna got into it on this very spot. King Kong Bundy's interview was interrupted. I want to get
That's a
King
good
Kong
point,
Bundy in here
GM
right
Spectre. We
now,
just hired
because there's a
this
lot of
commissioner who's having an emotional
Choose
breakdown.
that drunken old sod Albano to be commissioner, but I don't care about that. Porkazuna, I'm going to tell you.
Porkazuna, I love it.
Something. Son, move in a little closer when you're interviewing me. I'm going to tell you something that hundreds and hundreds of other men have learned. Beaten and battered men, and what they learned is this, punk. You diss the great Bundy at your
Black
own
Trey's announcer looks like a greased up
You get the
ventriloquist
avalanche,
dummy.
you
He's
get the 5
spreading.
count, and you're going to be finished.
The words of King Kong Bundy. They'll meet head on. Battle of the Titanics. King Kong Bundy, Yokozuna, coming up on Heroes.
Yokozuno. That's what like everybody's dad called him. Yokozuno.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a tag team match.
Come on, tell us somebody's gonna get their ass
Former
kicked.
WWF Tag Team Champions.
Oh yeah, here we go. This one's
First off, at
legendary.
a combined weight of 586 pounds, from Tehran, Iran.
What was that pronunciation? Tehran?
Who is accompanied to the ring by Nikita Brezhnikov. from
Oh
Moscow,
shit!
Russia.
Fake Russian
Please
rep or
welcome
manager.
Nikolai Volkov.
Nikita Brezhnev.
Native of Moscow, Russia.
In Motherland Bad Wrestling Show have you.
Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik in this tag team
Also,
battle.
is this belly dancing music?
There's the Iron Sheik. He'll challenge anybody.
Is the fake Russian manager throwing up Sig Hales? What the fuck?
Anyone in attendance tonight, the Iron Sheik.
Dude, this is legit belly dancing music they're coming out to.
Beat guys up till the camels come home. We see
Oh shit, Guy Fieri's in the audience, sitting next to Kenny Rogers.
Iron Sheik and Nikolai
Kenny
Volkov.
Rogers' jackass.
Nikita Brezhnikov. Is that Brezhnikov?
Yeah, it's Brezhnikov.
Brezhnikov. That's the new manager from the Soviet Union. That is the manager of Nikolai Volkov.
Shut up.
These men, of course, come from different cultures, different lifestyles.
Fake Russian manager has spent
Well,
so much money
in the ring here at Casino
on
Magic.
his
Based in
manager
Louis,
costume.
Mississippi, the Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
This is
Sheiky's
the Iron
got a
Sheik
belly for
country.
it.
Let's hear from
It is
the Iron
amazing.
Sheik.
His belly button bulge is bigger than his dick bulge. Like,
Nikolai
not to be
Volkov down in the
crude,
middle of the ring.
Silence your
genuine
booze.
curiosity. You ever think Sheiky's been with a lady and she's like, can I ride that? Like a Sibian?
Crowd chanting
We'll have two
USA.
Olympic champions in the ring. These are true heroes of wrestling.
Oh, I love this
Iron
accent.
Sheik will do Irania Club demonstration. Pay attention.
This manager rules.
I think
Yeah,
we have
Sheiky
some
making
battle,
use the original Hawk 2
He's doing the
logo.
Russian national
right,
anthem.
for the Russian national
That's
anthem.
actually not the worst idea,
The
611
people here at
Hornet.
Casino Magic
Just
basically
getting
was
like a
Mississippi.
Russian, like a Soviet
I
war
don't think they much
reenactor.
appreciate this. You
Being
see
like,
the
hey,
fans
we'll
all
give
around
you
these
lines
Randy,
if you just come to
around
this
here
wrestling
standing
show.
on their feet, telling them to go back home.
I thought the Cold War was over. It's very much alive.
Guys,
These fans
it's
do not
fuck
like
you.
hearing the Russian national anthem.
Not even like really mad about it. He's just like very casual, like,
Not at all.
fuck you. Some woman still like, come on, roll up,
Only
holy.
man in the world can do this. Watch.
Wait a minute, I think we're going to be.
We got a good shot of it. Seriously, look, his belly button sticks out further than his dick.
Russia.
Got a big old dick too. That's what I've heard.
And you shut up. Don't say USA, USA.
Yeah, those weights rule.
He's spitting into
He had to
the
drive
microphone.
to every
He
indie
doesn't
show
like
with
that
those damn
USA
things.
chant at all.
Well-
This is the Iron Sheik. He's alienated himself to everybody in attendance.
That is
You can
such
see
an
he's
old
talking it up.
singlet.
Oh, there's two good-looking ladies here. They're shouting USA. They don't like Nikita Brezhnikov. They don't like Nikolai Volkov. They don't like they like the Iron Sheik. And I think the people are actually being a little bit rude here.
Sheiky's shoot. I think he's like 5'10".
A very
He's
volatile
not like super
situation.
tall.
Well, it looks like the Iron Sheik is ready to
I think
go
him and
to
Larry
that
Sweeney were
spot.
the same height when they did their arm wrestling match.
What's he got there, too?
He's gonna use those in the match, is he?
Well, what do I look like? I don't know if he's going to use them in the match. How do I know? Am
He
I in
could
the
tonight.
Well, he could.
Also, this is even weirder knowing that like Volkov in real life hated doing the Russian stuff, like the heel stuff, because he escaped Soviet Russia to have a better life in America,
No, I don't.
just to come to America and have to be like a stereotypical Russian bad guy and everything he hated about his mother country.
And it takes a very strong man. It takes a very strong man to do that. Not only exercising his body, exercising his First Amendment rights, too. To say what he wants to say.
And he has that right in the
Hulk
United States.
Hogan or Bob Backlund. And you
Fuck the Hulk Hogan, fuck the Bob Backlund.
USA, USA.
Again, he spits into the microphone, taunting the American crowd. And then the chant goes up, USA.
And a little Tua.
I'll say one thing here at Casino Magic.
Ladies
St.
and gentlemen,
Louis, Mississippi, the
their
crowd,
opponent
they're on their
at a
feet.
combined weight
Sounds like
of
we're at the Centennial
515
Olympics in Atlanta,
pounds.
Georgia.
There we
Blue
go.
Bay
From
City.
New Zealand, Luke and Butch, the men from down under.
There we go, the men from down under.
Known as the Bushwhackers, Luke and
Other than that, everything was great. All-time great Shiki. Shout out to Dan Marotti,
you're Dutch.
Right. You said
aka
Dutch.
Dan
Don't
Maloney.
ever put me in
Rest
the
in
category with
peace.
these guys here. Never. That's a real bad. That's a
do
bad
that.
no-no. I know you didn't.
But
You know,
guys,
you may
at
have
once,
something like.
This is.
you know,
It kind of sounds like
peripheral
Land Down Under
bleeding
this
that, you
song.
know, that- oh, look at that. Oh, what is that? That's Brez disease. You know, that's Brez disease. You know, what if he had a cold or something? That kid go
Like, this really sounds like Land Down Under. Like, why does everybody else get shitty music and then these guys get really good sound
Koala
alike?
bears, all you like, you know. Wait a minute.
That's
There
Bush.
they go. Luke and Bush, the Bushwhackers, two guys who actually
My friend Isaac tells this
they
story.
don't have the sense God put in Billy Goat.
When he was young,
Oh, I thought he was
his
gonna get him on the list.
his youth pastor went to a WWF show. This was like
Taylor's
19.
signature march with the
And like he's like real straight laced,
Now,
like
what would you do if one of these guys come in and
like
wanted to kiss you?
no
What would you do?
no frills, no dirty jokes type of guy.
Look out.
He's not
And he's like, "Oh, I had such a great time at the WWF show last night. Yeah, Luke and Butch licked me, and then I touched Jake's snake."
They're walking around the ring, down under, you know, they think they're like Outback Steakhouse.
It's funnier when he tells it, but
They are natives of New
They're
Zealand.
thinking Saturday night, they're out drinking.
yeah, I don't think
coffee,
I think
beer,
Brian Blair's only
you know,
appearance on
going
Dark
out,
Side in the last couple of years has been the
have a
Her
shoots
Ravens
kangaroo
episode. Yeah,
right up down the
Abominable.
road with the Aborigines down in Australia.
You know, they've won tag team championships.
Thank you,
in 26
Funker. I
countries.
appreciate that. I'm
Luke
glad
and
to
Butch
have
are very
earned
good,
your
and they're also
sub
very
with
good.
that visual, that
getting
disgusting
crowd
visual I
excited.
brought up.
You like that move with the raising of the arms?
Do I like it? Well, I don't dislike
You know,
it.
here comes the referee back that's like 2 steps away from death.
Ah, see, that's good. That's
He's
good.
so
See,
scared.
You can't dance around that ring all night long. You can't dance around, you know, because these guys, this Iron Sheik, this Nikolai Volkov, they're all business. They really want to come after you. They want
As
to bring
uh,
to you, and you better be able
Butch
to bring
goes
the battle
after
back,
that,
or you're gonna end up on the short
was that
end of the
Luke?
stick.
I can never tell the
You know what
difference.
short end of the stick is,
I
right?
understand
It's
that.
like
I mean, I can tell the difference
yeah,
between
the
them.
stick started at 1 and then went to 2,
Luke,
3.
Luke and Butch. I always call them the wrong name.
A lot of people don't know that, so I thought I'd
There's like, how old is Sheiky Singlet? That thing is straight up cloth.
Nikolai Volkov out there
Butch is the ugly one. Thank you, Brian.
using his
Thank you,
leg.
Brian.
We'll see if he gets his
Luke
arms
is the one
around.
that's still
He
alive.
likes that bear hug, does Nikolai Volkov.
Well, Butch in a little bit of trouble right now.
He's getting pushed around.
Sounds like Lilith there in there.
Both in.
Butch. Butch. Butch.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
They got Breznikov good too.
They're
Jeez.
all down.
All right,
Now look at those bushwhackers.
Nikolai.
Stomping away, still doing the dance.
Luke and Butch, they are the fan favorites.
Just straight up wearing the Bushwhackers singlets because they don't give a shit. They're probably not even aware this is on television.
They're chanting USA.
Well,
The former Bushwhackers. the
Okay,
men
that's
from
Men Down Under.
from
That's
New
my
Zealand,
bad. Okay,
are
it says
chanting
Men Down Under.
USA.
They do care a little bit about getting sued. By the way, fun story about the Bushwhackers. They were the in between when Paul White was negotiating with the WWF in like '98. Before his deal was up with WCW, like they were the ones going back and forth, so that nobody got sued for contract tampering.
Wait a minute, I think the Sheik has instructed.
He said if you guys see saying USA, USA, he's going to be gone.
Here we go. We're just straight up doing our indie match.
Sheik, well, listen.
That's
I
great.
speak Iranian. I speak Farsi, which is the native tongue in Iran. He said it in English, though, but it's so broken up. But what he said was, if the fans don't stop yelling USA or USA, he
What
was
is
going
that
to
accent?
return back. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Said if they didn't shut up, they were going to leave.
They got their feelings hurt and they're going to leave. You have to be competitive.
Randy Rosenblum, I was talking. I was in the middle of a sentence.
That
He
one
said,
guy's
"Oh,
like, this match, it's great.
Now, if you just listen,
Shout out to that guy who's like really into this
All right,
match.
Dutch, go ahead.
Okay, well, I've already said it now. I've already said it. Okay, look, these people here in Mississippi, they can count.
That's a good point, Cleveland Baseball fan on YouTube. Why not just be the sheep herders?
Good. Okay.
I mean, yeah, the sheep herders weren't as nationally popular as the Bushwhackers, but people still knew who the sheep herders were.
Headlock by Volkov, a punch. Luke down in the corner.
Also, shout out Volkov for having those dope old man legs. I would love to have them someday. Just those pale, flabby legs that old men have.
This is an historical night in professional wrestling. The heroes of wrestling. Everybody who's anybody at one time in professional wrestling.
Now our Alexis Smirnoff manager at ringside just doing bits in the house mic.
On top of the head is Volkov. And again, the crowd with the USA. Let's see if Volkov.
There are children yawning, and one of them, I believe, just sneezed all over his shirt and rubbed it in.
Wait a minute,
Need him right into the groin.
Yeah.
Another dick shot right in front of the referee.
He kneed him down under. That's pretty good. That's
Referee appears to be scared to disqualify anybody. Now he's like tackling
now the Sheikhan.
poor Butch and or Luke.
On Luke of the Bushwhackers.
This match could close any arena in this country. I love it, Funker. And that's right, Labamba. There are children in this crowd who were not alive in '84 when Sheiky was like on top of the world. There are probably kids in this crowd that weren't alive when Sheiky was the General Adnan.
That's 3 against 2.
Well, there's a lot of things that happen in wrestling that shouldn't happen, but unfortunately, they do happen. That's why we go out
That's
there
right, Dutch. All the things that shouldn't happen. Like Dutch Mantel YouTube
So
face.
being worked over by Nikolai Volkov at this point in that headlock.
A sellout crowd here tonight at the casino.
I think Sheiky had left the WWF in '2 when he was Adnan, but then he came back as a manager for the Sultan run in like '97.
Panoramic view. Casino magic.
Yes, Brian. Imagine how much these guys smell. Also, we have a This Day in History factoid from our historian Stephen J. Neptune Man over on Twitch. This Day in History, October 10, 1999. The Boston Red Sox defeated the Cleveland Indians Game 4 of an American League Division Series to take a 2-1 series league. As the Arizona Cardinals defeated the New York Giants 14-3, the Jaguars over the Jets 16-6. Shout out Tony Khan, and the #1 song in America, Heartbreak, You Got the Best of Me by Mariah Carey featuring Jay-Z.
Famous tag team, the Mongols, with Guido Mongol. What a vicious tag team that was. And they're the fans keeping up the chant, Russia sucks. Wait a minute.
Russia sucks. See, that's more effort than like most wrestling fans would put into a anti-American chant. Russia sucks. Way more syllables.
The edge of the ring. Taking him back in the corner. He takes the ride.
Volkov looked like he had to pee. That's a great bump on that out of that corner, by the way. Like by far the most exciting thing in this match.
Profusely, he looks like he's spitting on the fans at ringside.
He's going to slam Luke.
Oh,
Look at that backbreaker. Oh,
He's got that bear hug.
He's going to dump him.
Okay, there we go.
Soft slam.
Pretty gentle. Soft slam! Randy Rosenblum, leave the critiques to me, my friend.
I gives the Iron Sheik
A soft slam.
Volkov.
You see, nobody said that.
Followed by the gentle driver.
See, they're not exactly the men's.
There we go. Camel clutch, the finish.
Volkov gets a
Cheeky.
and the Iron Curtain.
Cheeky appears to be like shoot calling the finish because he's in pain.
And again, the crowd.
As the Bushwhackers are calling for an angel to come out to save them, and Tony Danza.
He can't breathe, and he's got him almost subdued in that. He had to have a save. He had to have
Welcome back, Bam Dog. Sorry you came back to this.
I don't know if he saw it or not, but I think he's going to let it go.
This referee's seen a lot of stuff.
So one of the
I just
Bushwhackers.
think can't. Like, these guys wouldn't stop the match if they did call a
Volkov
DQ.
having his way.
Look at that big 15 or 16 shoe that Volkov wears.
Oh, I thought he said fake. He said big. Okay, that big 15 or 16 shoe.
Down now. He needs to make that tag and see if he can make the tag.
Can he get over there? And there's
There
the
we
tag.
go.
Butch is back in.
That tag had icicles on it.
Showing great speed with those,
That's a great
shots.
energy to
He has
have
them both.
in
under
regards to
control.
this match, Bam Dog. If I could
And
survive my
headbutts him.
mental health issues,
And
this
there
is
goes Bresnikov.
that's right.
And the men from down under have taken control.
Everyone in this ring is so confused.
Well, the Bushwhackers
So what they're supposed to be doing. I think Nikolai fell asleep for a good couple seconds. I'm sure that was supposed to be the two heels, but like Sheiky wouldn't bump, so they had to change the spot.
Fans certainly would love that.
Well, I sort of like it myself. Wait a minute.
That is a good point, El Gooch. Who are the USA chants for?
Exactly what we have at this stage.
Bret Hart used to get USA chants all the time.
Wait a minute, he's giving him something. Oh, he gave him magic.
There is a foreign
A soft punch.
Wait a minute.
Look at the air Nikolai got on that double axe handle.
1, 2,
2, 3, there we go.
Bushwhackers.
Bless this crowd. Wow.
This timing, blown assignment, Volkov, and the Iron Sheik.
You just call him Simon Volkov?
And the men from down under celebrate.
I'm gonna rub on all these fans that are half my age. Referee wrote a book called Ring Man a couple years ago. I hope this match is a chapter.
Everybody a big Australian hug, New Zealand hug. The men from down there, he's right in front of our broadcast booth right now. I hope he keeps going. Right in there, he's licking everybody's eye.
He just rubbed his armpit on that child's face.
Ironic, they're from New Zealand, but the crowd, they've adopted.
I know they used to lick kids. That seems a bit far.
Right in the camera right now.
There's Butch, he's a happy guy.
Wait a minute. See what we got going on in the ring here.
Iron Curtain back with the microphone.
There are like teenage girls scraping for the Bushwhackers. I'm here for that.
They may go at it.
Oh, they're turning on each other, setting up the match for the second show.
Sheik about to go at it.
Mississippi, baby.
Volkov don't want to be picked on. Now you got Nikita Brezhnikov, the newly appointed manager of
Hold hands. Hug. Now kiss a little. Now rub his belly button. Both hands.
Well, they've
Up and
made
down.
friends with themselves, but there are no friends in the building. It's thumbs down.
There's no friends in the building. What if everybody in the crowd are enemies?
This tandem is not liked.
Well, they made up sort of fast, don't you think? Maybe they've taken some.
Oh, he's got the spoon. The Greg Valentine spoon. I didn't even see that.
One headbutt to another.
It wasn't a headbutt. There was only one head involved.
Wait a minute. Now you see a little teamwork of the Bushwhackers neutralizing Volkov, getting
But what the hell is all over their asses? Oh, we gotta go back to scoopswrestling.com. Find out if anyone dies after the show. Heroesofwrestling.com, which I'm sure is like a porn site now. Imagine being the Heroes of Wrestling webmaster. With live results during the show. So Luke just rubbed his armpit on a child.
All right, let's go. We're going to hear from Tully Blanchard.
This is another one of the
Ooh,
stars, I'm sure, for the
doing
Heroes
promos
Wrestling
outside.
event.
These guys are pretty ambitious production-wise. Here we go, Pastor Tully.
We wanted to see if we could get a word with you here.
Well, it's I tell you what, it's
Holy,
Oh, Stan Lane.
Stan Lane is attacked. Tully, can we get security? I cannot believe what's happening.
You're going to hell for that.
Separate these two.
Yeah, Tully Blanchard got a limo to show up to the show. And then Stan Lane.
Well, it may not have been a call for, but it happened, so we're going to settle it tonight right in the ring.
All right, 124 winners. The Heroes of Wrestling domain is for sale. The page says $995. And it will stay for sale at that price.
I have been in wrestling a long time, and I've been out of it a long time. And I came here and I agreed to do this thing, the Heroes of Wrestling, and was looking to have fun and, you know, have a good match with Stan Lane. I don't
His
do
little
this for a
hanky.
living anymore. This kind of stuff here is I am really what I'm having is a flashback. Really. I mean, we're talking about the intensity that I had with Dusty Rhodes and Wahoo McDaniels and the Road Warriors and Demolition and Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels when they were just coming up with the WWF. We're talking about taking everything that you got, everything that you are, and bringing it and stirring it back up. You know, I've been gone and just subdued and low-key, low-profile. But you know, Stan Lane, I'm going to tell you the truth.
So far, so good.
The only reason you ever became a world champion is because you were Bobby Eaton's partner.
Ooh.
And Jim Cornette standing in the corner. And you rode a tidal wave that you didn't build. Well, the Four Horsemen was a tidal wave that I helped build. And you're going to find out just exactly what a tidal wave is all about. Because I'm going to tell you, Stan, 10 years is bubbled up inside me. 10 years all of a sudden at one time is bubbled up inside
me. This is great.
And everybody that's ever screwed me, anybody that's ever done me wrong, is all coming out.
I'm feeling this.
And Stan, the times and the feelings that I used to have for Dusty Rhodes have all just come to the surface. And the feelings that I used to have for people like Jim
this is a real promo. That's right,
that signed the contracts with the WWF and WCW. It's all come to the surface. And I don't need to scream and holler anymore. I just got to look at my blood because you wanted to jam me in a trunk and make a name for yourself.
And this should have aired like
make a name
somewhere.
For yourself. And I promise you, Tully Blanchard might be a little bit older, but I still got the fire that made me what I was. And Stan Lane, you will find out what being a horseman is all about tonight.
Man, it is a shame YouTube didn't exist. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest.
I would have maybe sold a pay-per-view.
First off, weighing in at 236 pounds from Pensacola, Florida, Sweet Stan Lane.
Should have updated his finish for the 90s and been like a stoner.
Well,
Sweet Stan.
Stan Lane is anymore after that heinous attack outside, but Sweet Stan Lane is coming now, ready to go at Tully Blanchard.
Trans rights matter. That's right, Stan Lane.
One half of the fabulous one
wearing his trans flag robe.
He has great martial arts skills, and he's a pretty good solo wrestler. Sweet Stan Lane.
Wait a minute, Stan's gonna
You know something, buddy? You're doing a pretty darn good job out here trying to be a ring announcer. I know you're a local guy. You want to impress all your friends.
It's a beautiful
but,
robe.
A man of my accomplishments. A man who's a member of the Fabulous Ones. The
why is it so
Bodies,
fuzzy on the back?
And the Midnight Express. The only
get that guy in the
tag
ring.
team to be not only the U.S. but the world WCW.
Ooh, there's Stan's date for the night.
At the same time, I deserve a little bit better introduction than that. And you know, since I quit wrestling, I've moved on to this field of broadcast, if you couldn't tell.
He's going to start talking about speedboats.
And now I broadcast for ESPN. So get ready, turn your hearing aid up, and check this out. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
he accidentally turned the microphone
the
off.
Original Gangster of Love. I tip the scales at 228 3/4 pounds. I am Sweet
Stan Lane's tribute to the Australian guy who did the battery hats.
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Eat your heart out, pal.
Sounded just like Michael Buffer.
Yes, just like Michael Buffer.
The women love this guy, Sweet Stan Lane, and the kids don't, apparently.
Look at him, he's still cut, he's still in great shape.
He's got guns, no question about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent,
I
weighing in
love
at 241 pounds.
Lauren Boebert sucks so much that Stan went out of his way in like his 60s to be like, we need to get a DNA test done. Holy shit, we got pyro.
And a pretty nice entrance. He
Hey,
got the
Tully
big
Blanchard.
Wow.
Tully Blanchard, of course.
That was great.
Tully Blanchard.
Unexpected pyro
What happened to him earlier today?
in this building.
You don't look like a thoroughbred horse anymore. You look like a damn work mule. If you get in the ring, I'm going to ride you like Secretary. You know, this guy's preaching intense, and I'm on
Yeah, no,
ESPN.
Stan Lane, like,
You're
when
a
the
joke,
rumor started
Blanchard.
going around, he contacted her. It's like, listen, this can't be. And they, like, he paid for it all. and got the DNA tests taken care of, so it would be out in the open. He ain't her dad. Even though her mom was like stalking his like Midnight Expression YouTube videos. Like, you know what you did, Stan.
You had Arn Anderson and you had Tully Blanchard, and then you had Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton with Jimmy Cornette. Classic confrontations, classic battles all over the Carolinas, all over Virginia, and they've taken this and other parts of the country. But right now, Tully Blanchard, of course, he's got a score to settle with Stan Lane trying to chase him all over the ring.
They got multiple tests done because she wouldn't show up. That's right. Yeah, Stan went out of his way. Like, proud of everybody except for Lauren Boebel's mom. Also, these guys are the best wrestlers on this show so far. I'm sorry to Scorpio. I'm sorry to Leo Fantastico.
When he became world champion, world champion because of Bobby and Jimmy Cornette. That's like really cutting Stan Lane short.
These wide shots of the crowd just make it look like somebody's balls fell out.
And we may be seeing a
look at Tully go!
Wrestling right here between these two men. Tully Blanchard, credentials speak for himself. Stan Lane, his credentials speak for themselves. And these guys are going at it tooth and nail outside the
This
ring.
is good.
The crib is not going to, I don't think the crib is going to hold them tonight. I don't think they're going to pay any attention to the ropes.
Like, these guys saw the rest of the show and is like, petty theft, but we're going to steal this thing.
Oh, see what I mean? They don't care. If a rope is
you know what we saw earlier, what Sweet Stan Lane did when he attacked him.
Doesn't have those Roosh neon cords. Whoever made the decision for Roosh to have neon cords to strangle people with in AEW, one of the smartest people in the company. There's like, Tully is working way harder on this show than he did in that ECW ring a couple years before this. I'm sure part of it's probably just that he's in a better place. Like, imagine if this Tully showed up to work with Shane Douglas.
But you've got to, you see, because this is some tough guys, and if you're going to fight, you got to go.
There we go, Stan.
He's stepping there, and he knows it. Sweet Stan Lane.
Got a few good
Stan Lane dance.
Ladies like that.
That's the only dance I know.
Guys like it too.
I think we should go there.
There we go. Whistle for Sweet Stan.
A textbook neck breaker by Stan Lane.
Just kicking out at the last moment was Tully Blanchard.
The crowd's chanting horsemen suck. I thought Tully was the babyface.
Well, Stan Lane,
or is Horseman rock?
Out here tonight. A dug by Blanchard, a kick by Blanchard.
Horseman something. Yes, Tully was a preacher, a pastor at this point. Yes. Deep in the church.
Piece by piece. Chopped him down.
He's awesome. Tully's like, listen, I'll work this show, but could you do me a favor? I know this guy that runs a fireworks store doing a clearance sale.
Todd Taylor, our referee, taking a very close look at this
The famed Shinanamaki hold, aka the Cobra Clutch. What are those boots that Stan's wearing? Motocross boots?
Well, you know, able to tear away for a moment, but then Sweet Stan Lane holding on. Now he's going to body slam him off the ropes.
He dropped him right across that top rope. See, I think he had the Blanchard confused with this, and Blanchard would probably
Ricky Lake watching on seems very into Sweet Stan.
Well, it's Stan Lane going for the ride here.
Airborne right on top of the back.
Drops that leg across.
Yeah, if most of the legends were like
look at the eyes,
Caitlin Clark, Stan and Tully, yeah, the show would have been pretty damn good.
No,
I agree with you, Funker.
See, that's what you get for thinking, Randy.
They're just finding every woman in the audience. No matter how bored they look, they're mesmerized.
The dates aren't even looking at everybody.
She was looking at everybody.
The dates are not even looking at their men right now. They're so enamored with Sweet Stan Lane.
I think you kind of like him yourself, Randy. Well, you're talking
he's
about
captivated this entire audience.
Shout out to Randy for not selling into the gay baiting.
Here's a chance for Tully after.
Oh, he almost pulled Stan's dick out. Sweet.
Shoots him outside.
Yeah, this show's not even halfway over. Thank you, Great Keith. We got about another like hour 15 in this thing.
Remember, he wants that revenge for earlier today.
Let me check the official tally. Yeah, hour. We still got an hour and 13 minutes left in the show.
sometimes look at these guys, and sometimes, you know, that's why guys don't want to bring their ladies to the match because, you know, you don't see.
Yeah, Tully was good in that Jurassic Express match. That's right, Henry. And they did the FTR with Tully versus Jurassic Express trios match. That was really good.
Wait a minute, he's back heeling him. He's taking him down. Wait a minute, he's trying to put a figure four on the outside.
Figure four on the
He's got it
floor.
on the outside of the ring.
Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that.
Can't win that way.
Yeah, there's still a lot more.
Back in the ring.
We still haven't even gotten to the worst of it yet, guys.
Going for the rise. Going for the eyes of
his face.
Well, he got whatever he could get.
Well, Sweet Stan Lane's going to crawl back in.
Hot referee, hot bod. Telling these guys to get back in the ring. Maybe the ladies are horny for hot bod. As referee Vinny Lax told us his nickname was.
Wait a minute, he got a sleeper on Stan Lane.
The figure floor, yes. Love it, Gracie. The figure floor.
That headlock on Sweet Stan Lane.
Stan looking for the corner like he's trying to get there.
Another nut shot in front of the referee. Come on, guys. And Tully no-sells it. Because he's had a vasectomy. Probably how that works.
Both men, I think,
it would be a really funny gimmick. Not anatomically correct, but a really funny gimmick. If like an old wrestler like, does really well in like his comeback because everybody kicks him in the balls and he can't sell it. Vasectomy time.
He gets a backdrop for his trouble. Good thinking on Blanchard's part.
Lane is squaring his back, writhing in pain. Can Tully Blanchard get up and take advantage? He just threw
These camera operators were not told to avoid the bald spots, unfortunately.
Stan needs to turn it up just a little bit of a notch.
This has been a war between Stan Lane
okay,
and Tully Blanchard.
Side suplex. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute.
Is that it?
Wait, who refused to do a job here, I wonder?
Wait a minute.
Stan Lane thinks he's won.
I think Stan won.
100 Magic Sign, I think, got some demolished. Cut to a guy walking to a seat with a beer.
Now he's saying no.
Now he's waving it off.
He did wave it off.
Wait a minute.
Reversing the
Oh,
decision.
they're doing one of those clever finishes.
Wait a minute. Stan Lane, he doesn't like this decision.
Stan Lane like refused to do a clean job here. Come on.
What happened there?
I can't job do a man of the Lord.
Very simply, both men's shoulders
It's Sunday.
It looked like Tully Blanchard got his
It's God's day.
Well, they're still going at it.
Up here we go. Oh, I thought he was doing a slingshot. Boo! Boo! He cheaped out on a stand.
Outside of the ring. In either case, fans, here on Heroes of Wrestling, right here, Tully Blanchard has just won.
He's declared the winner.
I get it, Jake from a Tom Green gimmick.
Stan Lane's not happy about it.
But yeah, one testy, and you missed
I
it.
don't think he's happy at all about it.
There he goes up the ramp.
Stan Lane walking sadly
He thought
back.
he won the match. There's that
If you squint, it kind of looks like Hardcore Holly.
Well, the people starting up the Tully chant now. Jam-packed crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. Casino Magic, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi for the first Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view.
Yeah, somehow Michael St. John was the better option for commentary.
Exactly what happened here, Michael Rosenblum. I'm sorry, Randy Rosenblum.
Got to get the name right.
Yeah, Dutch forgetting his partner's name. Good hour and a half into the show.
1, 2, and we're going to see an arm shoot up
Yeah,
here.
shockingly good match. Too good for this show. And then that finish there just stunk up the joint.
Now we're going to get the good angle here.
You can see now, Sweet Stan Lane
Okay,
is
watch
on
the
his
arm.
back.
What, 1,
Magel
2,
Rosenblum.
He's got him with both hands. See, the arm comes up, and but that's a little bit of borderline, too. It looked like Stan Lane's arm up just a little bit. And after that, Stan, very disappointed, very unhappy, very disgusted, shoves the referee out of the way.
Like they could have done, like Tully and or Stan could have either done like cameos and like worked a credible match. I don't know about full time, but like, they wouldn't have embarrassed themselves. They got brought off back for like a one-off. I definitely agree with Labamba.
Let's go over to Michael.
This is the Mississippi version of TRL. Now we're getting another King Kong Bundy promo. Hey, Viva La Fran.
Problem with Jake the Snake, and especially that snake.
Hey, I don't have a problem with Jake the Snake Roberts, but this isn't the San Diego Zoo. I don't want to see
What?
giraffes or rhinoceroses or pythons or cobras. This is a wrestling match, right, buddy? You know, son, you're talking about problems. Jim the Anvil Neidhart and King Kong Bundy. We don't
Talking
worry
about problems. I'm wrestling Jake Roberts. He has all sorts of problems.
Don't worry about that slimy snake, Anvil. We'll take care of that.
Well, you'll have your opportunity, Jake the Snake Roberts. Jim the Neidhart.
Yeah, this is the point where like Yokozuna and Bundy and Jake all like refuse to do jobs. They're like impromptu having to change it to a tag match. Yeah, the heat is that Jake brought an animal, and Anvil's like, there shouldn't be animals in a wrestling locker room.
At 345 pounds from the main streets of Chicago.
Also, a big fan of Michael St. John ending that promo by like looking sad.
The one-man gang.
There we go, one-man gang.
Today was out and about here at the Casino Magic. Then he went into the corner by himself for hours.
Look at that.
Just contemplating what he was going to do.
They just call him Jim the Neville Anarch.
Local favorite here in the Casino Magic.
Oh no, 1-4-2 winners. It wasn't just that Jake was in no condition to perform. Like all those dudes also refused to do jobs. Yeah, I'm fully aware of Jake not being in condition to perform. Yeah, the story was nobody. Anvil thought he was going back to the WWF. Yokozuna thought he was going back to the WWF. Jake was an asshole at this time.
There comes some chairs in the ring right now. This game, you know, you said he sat in the corner. You know,
I forget Bundy had a problem. Yeah, that's why they combined it into a tag match.
Going at each other. Abdul the Butcher and the one-man gang, brother. I'm here to see this. If I wasn't on this program,
And to just kind of put things into perspective about Jim Neidhart at this point.
No telling what could happen in this match with two maniacal, crazy people. A little bit earlier, we caught up with the one-man gang and caught his comments about this upcoming match.
Abdul the Butcher, the one-man gang.
All right, am I back? There we go. Sorry, mic cord wiggled. Random pre-tape promo here. Where's the smoke coming from? Just fart? Smoke came out of his ass? Henry, this was live. This is live as live can get. Ooh, love it. I was gonna say, to put things into perspective about Jim Neidhart at this time. This is October '99. I believe the lawsuit that the Harts filed against the WWF had just been filed, and the WWF hired back the British Bulldog, who had left WCW at the same time as Jim Neidhart, so they would have a family member on their side in the court case. And Jim Neidhart wanted to go back, but he was in such a bad place that they wouldn't take him. Is Shiki wearing a mask? Okay, no, it's not a mask. I think he's wearing a mask. Yeah, I've heard Gang's a sweetheart. Yeah, that's how bad of shape Jim Neidhart is in at this point. He gets brought back a few months later as a developmental scout, quote unquote. Eventually gets sent to Memphis to be a coach who didn't actually coach. And there we go. Abdul the Butcher with his indie manager, Honest John Cheatham, against the one-man gang.
Anything that's not nailed down, he may use.
Yeah, I've always heard Gang is like the biggest sweetheart.
Look at, wait a minute.
Using that chain effectively as the one-man gang on Abby.
I believe we're about to the point where, not quite there. We're within a year or two of Shiki being so immobile that he can't get in the ring when he wrestles. Hey Alberto, that might be on the list in the future. Watch out. UWF Beach Blast. Might be a future unlocked special. We'll see.
And later, of course, the 1,000-pound war. We'll have that one, the former Yokozuna and King Kong Bundy.
Oh, look at the change right across Abdullah's mouth, nose. He's pulling in tight, too. They're right above us right now. They're right above our
I saw Abby, I went to an IWA Mid-South show in 2004 where he wrestled Madman Pondo, and he physically couldn't get in the ring. So they impromptu turned it into a Falls Count Anywhere match. And he spent the whole match leaning on the and just like letting Pondo like do things.
Right around the mouth.
Around the mouth. It looks like he's almost got him.
Oh, there we go. We got blood. Wait, did they book Abdullah, but then the rule was they couldn't show blood? Okay, apparently we can show. Okay, that would have been funny. Booking Abdullah the Butcher on a show where you cannot show blood. They're kind of avoiding it. Ooh.
A violent move by the
a violent, can't even call a chair shot. Hey, therapy. Yeah, no, Yoko really thought he was going back.
Look at that. Oh, that's a sick sight.
He figured that The Rock needed an opponent.
Punishing attack so far from
like, there were plans for him to go back to WCW the year before. But he couldn't get cleared by any of the state athletic commissions. Like, he was supposed to, he was, like, I think at the building at Halloween Havoc 98.
This is not a pretty
I was, like, gonna do a run-in. I think for Hogan Warrior, I want to say. Like, imagine that match somehow being even worse. With, like, Yoko at his biggest coming out.
One Man Gang has really opened him up.
Should be called One Man Chain Gang, the way he's going to
womp, womp, womp. One Man Chain Gang.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Now he's working on the eyes. He's working just on the face of Abdullah.
Like, Abdullah should have just gigged during his entrance. That would have been. That's what everybody came to see. We came to see Abdullah bleed.
Here comes the chair. You're right. Right on the throat. The referee was about to count out One Man Gang for using the chair. So get that out of here. I'm going to disqualify you.
That referee's not that stupid. That referee's not going to
get that chair out of there. That chair should not be up there.
Well, he's not going to count him out. Do you think that referee's that stupid?
Yeah, Dave, just like, oh, I hate you fans.
Well, the chain gang is working so far, right on top of the mouth. I don't know how he can breathe, Abby.
Prime Abdullah, I would. Him in All Japan is a lot of fun. Back in like the 70s and 80s.
You breathe the best way you can get by in these battles like this.
This has been a violent bloodbath so far.
Like his Puerto Rico stuff in the 80s is pretty dope. He was never like a great wrestler, but he was so good at just being like a scary boogeyman that came into territories like for a couple weeks at a time. Him and Brody, yep, Viva La Fran.
One-man gang's outfit here tonight.
She's going to sit on him on the ropes.
That's 300 and some odd pounds sitting on you.
I miss the days where a wrestler could just sit on a guy and that's part of his offense. Like not like a big thud, but like a just sitting, hanging out, relaxing. Tom Tanaka, Baby Doll said in a shoot interview that Abdullah's blood smelled horrible. I imagine, but also that is really disgusting.
Come up.
Abdullah the Butcher was a legend in Japan. He tore through that country like Godzilla, went through Tokyo, and now he wants to take through the one-man gang.
Okay, we're being joined
Bless One-Man Gang's heart for taking a bump out of the ring. Oh, lovely.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Let me tell you something. I did not.
Let me tell you something. He is such a Southern indie wrestling manager.
There's people in this room. There's people watching this pay-per-view that have idols. And let me say this tonight: Abdullah's here to take out their idols.
He got him with the fork.
Is he? Was anybody? Okay, I love One Man Gang. Was One Man Gang anyone's idol?
We're just bringing back justice.
There is no
justice. Scuffle and Hillbilly. I feel like we all. Like all of our dads had a friend that looked like One Man Gang. Well, all of our dads had a Big Roy. So I totally feel you there. My dad had a friend who kind of looked like One Man Gang. His name is Steve. Hey, Shellcrack. Yeah, my idol, the One Man Gang.
Like idols, and he understands in this arena, people idol this man. Butcher is here to take away their idol.
Like, I already feel like the blood's matted. Like, it just came out of his skin. Like, people, like, give a lot of modern stuff, like the John Moxley matches shit for being, like, too bloody. like needlessly bloody. These guys are just sitting here gigging, like sitting on the ground, just like, doing this, doing nothing. I'm sorry if you're gonna complain about that. This is way worse.
I think mayhem is an understatement. Now he's going back to the chair.
Ooh.
Backside and off the left arm.
I love that, Brian. What subject would you have written about Akeem the African Dream, Brian?
He's not in good shape either.
He can put him away after the chair.
Cisco referee is freaked out by this blood.
Wait a minute, I think the referee. Wait a minute.
There goes the fork. He got rid of the fork, did Abdullah.
Wait a minute. Now here it is.
He has all the momentum in this match.
The Asiatic elbow coming up.
Yep, he's noted for the flying elbow. There it is.
These fans are just like, ugh, gross.
The gang is down. No count yet.
They're like, yeah.
He's trying to roll out of the ring.
And that man probably has hepatitis.
With another elbow. Both
that little girl is traumatized.
On the chase.
One man gang leaving Abdullah. Stalking
now they're going out into the crowd.
They're coming right to us. We got to be careful. Move. I'm getting out of the way. They're right at our table. They're going at it right here. Onto our table. There goes.
All right, Brian said, I wrote a paper about how black people were historically portrayed in wrestling for a black studies media study professor who had never watched wrestling. It makes sense. Yeah, that's a hell of a subject.
In fact, they're on our location. There goes all our material. There goes the chairs. This is completely out of control. Security's taking a beating. Wait a minute.
These indie wrestlers, who I'm sure all went back home. They're like, I was on pay-per-view tonight. I'm sure they put this on their best of tapes.
They're laying the security out here. We got referees out here. We got
over at our location.
We got blood all over the broadcast table. These guys are taking.
They're rubbing the blood on the dudes in the front row. That's disgusting. Especially knowing that Abdullah had hep at this point.
Look at the blood here. Look at the security. Look at the carnage laying out here. These guys got concerned about the security.
Here, who wants bloodborne pathogen diseases?
There's grave concern here for the two security gentlemen that are down.
And then there are kids. And there are people in the crowd chanting 911. Again, this is Mississippi. They don't know about the ECW guy. So they're just like wanting an ambulance to show up. Where did Gary Hart come from? Oh, that turned around. It's like Butterbean. COVID-19. They're going to tear down the set on accident. I believe he's breastfeeding him.
There they are. They're the two combatants that are still going at it.
And you kids watching this, if you watch Abdullah the Butcher and One Man Gang, this is exactly the type of wrestling that made heroes out of these guys here, and that's one reason they're here tonight fighting.
Dutch like almost encouraging kids to go do this.
Wrestlers are still going at it. We're being applauded for this.
There were kids in the audience, Jonathan. I don't think there were any kids in the pay-per-view universe.
Look at all the bloodshed here.
And that's a good point, Matt. They can't say hell or damn, but they can book the bloodiest match on pay-per-view that year.
What a graphic photo right here. What a graphic shot.
Like they just shut a close up as close as they can get that lens in on the blood oozing out of the wound.
Watch this chair here.
But you can't say "kiss my ass" on this pay-per-view.
He really brought the bacon home on that one.
Security is okay. They're groggy. They're being helped off. That's a very good sign.
A good sign that security is groggy.
Yeah, we almost took our own beating. Dutch, you okay?
I'm fine. Hey, you think those guys scare me? They don't scare me.
Star Wars song?
They may run you down though.
What?
Well, we were both able to get away, but
I was very interested in seeing what's this.
At this point, they're right on top of us.
I don't know who sent that security out, but they shouldn't have listened. Watch this. Now, what you got here, you got two guys fighting each other.
Oh, jeez.
Don't want anybody else to get into it. That's what I like. Hey, I'll clear it out if you clear it out.
Yeah, if the promoters didn't say never again, then the casino was probably like never again.
No real winner.
Sure.
No winner.
No winner at all.
And Henry, that's a good point. This is probably a lot of these people's first wrestling show ever. because these tickets were just given out to people in the casino.
On this is right on my board here. I was working on the board.
Here are my notes. Here are all the finishes to the matches tonight, guys. The show, bullshit.
Okay. A little bit earlier, there was a card game. Jimmy Snuka, Cowboy Bob Orton. You know, they've been feuding since, what, 1984? Let bygones be good.
Yes, Trip Sitting. This was a one and done. No Heroes of Wrestling 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Here at Casino Magic went over, had that camera on top, and were able to catch the pictures of what
Also, this is like fantastic production value for this show. To have a camera up above a poker table. But the fact that they said it was a surveillance camera puts it over the top.
Look at the card there, Jimmy. Look at that. Underneath this belt. Look at that, Jimmy.
And the commissioner is gambling with the wrestlers. Also, this casino just looks sad. This casino is just one blackjack table. Like a sad dark room with one security guard.
You ain't cheating me. Go ahead. You ain't gonna cheat me. You dirty moron, you.
Brian, this is Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. It was probably nobody's first wrestling show. Look at Captain Lou's shirt.
Well, first of all, I feel very honored to be the commissioner here, and I'm gonna.
But also, why is the commissioner managing somebody? Jimmy Snuka is fucking yawns. Holy shit.
But tonight, the main thing at hand is the main man, Jimmy.
He's not even awake.
Like a bird, baby, like a bee.
His eyes are not open. I don't know if he's breathing. Like everybody talks about Jake on this show, but holy shit.
If you're watching this here, we're ready for you. We're prepared.
Look at things is on top of the cage in MSG. Like, is he alive?
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm telling to you, look out, look out.
Like, did Lou have to walk in there and cut the promo because nobody could wake up Snuka? Oh, Jamie Superfly Snuka? I never want to hear Lou Albano yell, "We're coming, baby, we're coming," ever again. Don't like that. That's a good point, Skullful and Hobly. Is it an off-the-grid stream if Bob Orton Jr.'s not here? Good points.
You know, here I've been trying to see
Bob, wake up! And again, the smoke. He also looks very fucking stoned. Like, he has some red-ass eyes. Holy. Holy shit.
Can't wait, step in the ring with you, Snuka and Albano. Stick your nose in there one time.
Like, Orton, yeah, like...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like Matt just brought up in the Twitch chat. Yeah, that was almost a real promo, but yeah, Orton's also partaking in some herbal fun, it seems like. Cowboy Bob Orton. There we go. This ring announcer's into this match. That's right, Brian. You have seen Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. naked. Right. Here we go. Why are all those fans making jerk-off motions?
Well, you remember Roddy Piper's bodyguard ace in WWF coming into the squared circle.
That kid's like one of those AI things you see on Facebook. Like, I was born with a hand in my head. Please give 800 likes. Also, I'm a big fan of like an indie in St. Louis giving Bob Orton Jr. their Hall of Fame plaque. So Randy Orton showed up to this indie. Like, that was really cool. Of all the wrestlers that have killed people, Snuka is definitely in my top 3. Nice, Tom Tanaka. They really shouldn't have used a ramp with all these old people. Snuka is zonked. Stop doing that, Lou. You're scaring me. Oh shit, there's a camera. I gotta get that shit off my nose. Yeah, judging by how he was rubbing his nose, I think they They used some cocaine to wake him up. Who's whistling? Shout out to whoever thought these guys were like horny and hot.
We've been anticipating this one.
Thank you, Dave. Let's praise Jesus for algorithms.
The feelings were running high. Superfly is the rallying
Yeah,
call.
cocaine and wrestling with Captain Lou. Who would have thought?
It just occurred to me. I have a thought.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brenticus.
But
Hey, you're in
We heard you, Lou.
mediocre company with Captain Lou. Super high, super high.
Go back there. You work on your match. He's coming over here. Wants to do the announcing.
And now Lou's going to commentate again.
Yeah, he can do anything.
Just unplug the third headset, guys. Those are the weirdest ass elbow pads. They look like pool floaties. Like the little floaties you put on like kids' arms.
Who told you that?
Yeah, we've gotten the confirmation.
Sorry, Commissioner Lou. I did not pay him respects he deserved.
Okay, anyway, let's go back to the match here. A classic match here. Jimmy Snuka, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Jimmy Snuka.
And I don't think he was cheating in the card game, actually.
Right. The knee pads he missed. I could see Snuka saying that. Love it.
I'm gonna tell you, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Well, how is Snuka able to do any of this? Oh, fuck. Okay, that explains it. Okay. Those are the thickest damn elbow pads I've ever seen. Yeah, Jimmy Snuka at this point had been washed up for about a decade. This was the point where he started charging promoters more to do the superfly splash off the top rope, which smart for him.
Nostalgia is in.
Wait a minute, elbow.
Oh, tailbone bump. This kid is like, fuck, when is this over? We're a young man, you still have 45 minutes left. Those are Ahmed Johnson knee pads. That's a good point, Scuffle.
Bob Orton, he doesn't miss. See, one thing about it, if you
imagine if Ahmed Johnson got on this show. He wasn't under contract to anybody at the time. He hadn't shown up in WCW yet.
And it means something. He doesn't spend any extra energy that he doesn't need to spend.
Coming up, we have Jake the Snake Roberts and Jim.
Good on Bob for putting him down safe. It's Snuka's like both selling and no selling it.
Closer to 1,100 pounds as Cowboy Bob is flexing.
I'm still recovering from the one-man gang Abdullah encounter that
Abdullah.
just saw previously.
There's a slam
Did
coming.
Abdullah wrestle China?
I don't know how many slams Snuka's going to be able to take like that. He's, you know, I mean,
Here we go. Fallen splash.
There's a 2 count.
Like Cowboy Bob.
Kick out at the very last instant.
I've learned through these streams to never underestimate Cowboy Bob, but this is a tough one for him.
that's what he's working on. Bob Orton Jr. working on the
Superfly. This crowd, bless their hearts, that they are still into this show this late.
Well, Snuka's a man with
Bring WrestleMania to Casino Magic in East St. Louis, Mississippi.
taking a beating at this stage, and he has to call upon all that reserve.
That's right, Cleveland baseball fans. Snuka was in the Royal Rumble 9 years after this.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
He picks him up over the top, and the grandmama's house we go. Puts him down hard again on the small of the back.
He needs a chiropractor right now. There's 1, 2.
Did Orton check to see if he was still alive?
Snuka's experience is saving him here 2 or 3 different times.
Okay, let's face it, Randy. These guys are older.
Snuka was on Nitro 12 weeks after this. That's right. Bamba Dubaka. That's right. Jumping off of a cage. Fellow murderer, Chris Benoit.
Let's tell the truth. These guys are older. All these heroes of wrestling.
Hey, Michael Christian. My first memory of wrestling was a Davey Boy Smith squash match from Superstars of Wrestling when he came back in like 90, 91. Remember him, whatever enhancement guy he was wrestling was a chubby dude, and he got him up for the stalling suplex, and that blew my little boy mind.
And they know every
And now I'm here.
one another. They've been in battle for so long. And
Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. Cowboy Bob Orton Jr.'s cast. Apparently he's healed. 14 years later.
So you're trying to call this like some stupid UCLA Oregon basketball game or football game. No, this is wrestling. Anything goes. The last match should have told you that. The last match should have told you that. It's anything goes.
Anything can go, but they've seen it all. They've been in battle.
Superfly.
16 years.
You know, I've been pretty nice to you so far, but I tell you, I just got to make a stand here. You know, I try to.
Now, Bob Orton,
like a gentleman, but
not a lot of wrestlers or people in general can pull off like the poofy white dude afro. Bob Orton Jr. pulled it off.
There's very little that these two don't know about one another.
In your opinion.
Anything goes, so it's a full Porter match.
I've been validated.
But I went to law school, so I know how to do those things like that.
Yes, Carmella's dad, something like that, was Razor Ramon's first TV opponent. Yeah.
And he's trying to wear Jimmy Snuka down because he's on top. Now, who's going to expend more energy, the man on top or the man on the bottom? The man on the bottom.
Well, it depends.
That's what makes.
Are you an Amazon position?
Good technician that he is in the ring.
Cowboy Bob Orton, crafty, cagey wrestler, has all the scientific wrestling skills. He's been around a long time. And there's Captain Lou.
Newly appointed commissioner.
There's a look at the Captain Lou shirt, brother. That's a great shirt. Oh, Van Dale. Okay, Van Dale. That's I knew it was Van something.
Doing a good job of it.
He's doing an excellent job of it.
There's Snuka's elbow pads are like twice as thick as Orton's knee pads.
Dominating this match.
Bob, you suck. My new favorite chant. It's not just you suck. They hate him so much they threw his name in there for the extra syllable. Bob, you suck.
Jimmy Snuka would like to get out of himself.
I believe this is a real casino. They just wouldn't let them use the casino floor for the vignette.
That's because Bob Orton using all his 20-some-odd plus years in the wrestling profession.
Yeah, Bob Orton's perfectly fine here. Like, there's nothing wrong with how Bob Orton's wrestling, even though he is asleep.
But you didn't ask me, did you?
Superfly rules.
Bob right now is holding all the cards.
Because he's the ace.
Get it?
He's the ace, and
Casino.
like, Jimmy Snuka right now is like
winding up and
he's like the three of clubs.
There. Another chop to the head.
Another chop to the head as he elbows him in the shoulder.
Now this is going to do some damage here.
He's taking a beating.
This is going to do some damage. Watch this stomp. He does it again.
Captain Lou
Superfly rules are like Ravens rules, except there's way more funk music.
Not much you can do when your wrestler is helpless.
See, you answered your own.
Imagine Ravens flock, but it's Superfly's Funkadelic.
Not a lot you can do. I don't know
Why is Captain Lou healing on the fans? He's the babyface commissioner. He's supposed to be doing commentary. Now he's just yelling at fans.
Exactly what is going to happen with him, what he's going to say.
Oh no! I don't like that chant. No. Hey, Lightning Smog. Yes, we are. We still got another 40 minutes left of this mess.
I hope he doesn't start paying too much attention to these people.
I'm happy we're better people in 2024. And also, listen to the pitch of that chant. Those are all kids. Those are all kids chanting. I would not be surprised, Scuffle and Hillbilly, if Brandon Baxter was like backstage at the show and watching this, and he's like, nah, I don't want to be on screen. Yeah, you have not missed Jake's entrance. Nope. No. No comment.
I think what Orton's thinking about now, I think he's
giving him time to.
Bob Orton gonna fight those children for calling him that.
You got to put the man down when you have a chance.
Now, these guys don't wrestle every day anymore. They don't wrestle like 30
days a month. Goose ya.
Loading up on them.
Folks, I think they're chanting off the wagon. They're so excited to see Jake Roberts. Brian is killing it tonight. You are killing it, my friend. Look at Bob. There we go. That's how you work hard without taking a bump.
has turned the tables on Cowboy Bob Orton.
Anything to get those children to stop chanting slurs.
Turned around and the fans love it.
Well, you said he had a lot of recuperative powers. I guess he proved you right. A right into the corner, over the top.
Oh, we almost took the slaughter bump.
Holding on.
Wait a minute, send him up on the top. And a kick.
Right to the midsection and Snuka.
Oh.
Wait a minute, he has
gathered it back
right
together.
on them dim balls.
He's a more confident athlete.
This is another show. I wonder if Bob and Randy have ever talked about this.
A chop.
Slap, that chop right to the face.
Yeah, I'm stunned. We talked about it earlier. I'm stunned Burt Prentice isn't here.
In for the ride.
Collision there.
A double collision.
Up. Oh, right into his titty. Count it. It's a pin, you hot bod.
Nope.
Your fault.
That was close.
Very close.
That was. Wait a minute. That referee, I think you give Jimmy Snuka a little.
I think Captain Lou is so snookered that he thinks this is a shoot. He's like gambling with the fans at ringside. I got 20. I got 20 on Snuka, baby.
They're yelling Superfly.
Superfly. Superfly.
You can tell. He's going to go to the top rope.
And everybody coming up now.
He's noted for the leap, the Superfly leap. He's up on that
The Superfly leap? You know, that move he does, the Superfly leap?
Cowboy Bob has seen that leap all too often.
Oh man, I would have killed to have been at the show in person. Imagine having that story to lean back on.
Okay, Bob.
I would not be surprised if this is a future Dark Side of the Ring. Like, just this show. They're running out of stuff that WWE will let them do, because guess what? The Dark Side of the Ring crew, they're in tight with WWE. The WWE gets to approve and gets to X shit off that list. That's why Dwayne is tight with them. Because they were going to do an episode about his daddy. And Dwayne's like, we cannot have Soul Man Rocky Johnson being outed as a weird pedophile, allegedly. So that's why Dwayne's in with them. And that's why WWE's in.
Wait a minute now.
The official didn't see that. Todd Taylor, third man in the ring, didn't notice that at all. And Orton's going.
What is Bob Orton doing? He kind of was going after Luke. Look at that! Superfly was super high. Yeah, the Snuka episode was really light on Jimmy Snuka. Because old Dwayne. The babyface commissioner helping his clearly intoxicated wrestler win a match. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Who killed WCW? Because it is an Eric Bischoff rehabilitation.
And you see Cowboy Bob Orton pleading his case to the referee.
That was no soft slam. That's right, Rick. Referee Hotbod is like, dude, I'm sorry, they were calling you slurs and I got distracted. They're doing it again. And you can clearly see kids this time. Stop. Please don't take me off of my streaming platforms. Benevolent streaming lords. Like, that's the thing, is I wish they would have just done a documentary about the last day, the last Nitro, because they have a lot of really cool footage. But no, they had to have everybody do their podcast characters.
Now he gives him the ride here, up and over the top.
Yes, no mercy. Let's pretend they're saying Bob is a dragon. Maybe he's the dragon they were talking about during the Julio Fantastico match. Coming up next, Bob the Dragon. Maybe Snuka thought he was a dragon.
He's going after Captain.
I mean, Captain Lou was there, but he punched the rope. Ah, carpal tunnel.
The fans react. They know that's the finish for Cowboy Bob Orton.
This music is insane. This is medieval time shit. Cowboy Bob Ace the Dragon Orton Jr.
The altitude that Jimmy Snuka attained on that dive there. Referee counts 3 again. Hey, we can watch it 100 times. It's not going to change. Jimmy Snuka victorious over Cowboy
Jimmy Snoober?
Bob Orton Jr.
Is that his like legal name on this show? Look at Bob Orton Jr. Fuck. What if Bob grabbed the microphone and is like, you know what, guys? You've encouraged me. I'm bi. Has like a real nice moment where he gets to come out.
with the flying leap to close out Cowboy Bob Orton. Well, we've seen that magic before. Still to go. We have
We've got the what?
Roberts and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and of course the big one, the former Yokozuna and King Kong.
God, I love that his nickname on this show is the former.
He's with our man Michael St. John.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back here I have a man.
Oh, here we go.
The man, Jake the Snake Roberts. He is a man that you all recognize. He's a legend. Come on, Jake, get on in here.
Jake's eyes are actually a little bit more open than Snuka's were.
You know, you go to a casino, and everybody says, well, gosh, a casino, you should gamble. Let me tell you something, Anvil.
This is a man who was just pestered about child support.
I'll cheat, okay? I cheat. You want to play 21? I got 22. You want to play blackjack? I got 2 of those too. You want to play?
That kind of makes cards. Kind of makes sense in a weird way.
Gamble is this. Listen to me. When you walk in a casino and you want to gamble, the main thing is you should realize this.
Very close to Michael St. John there.
Losing. I don't accept losing. And
Don't accept woozy.
Damien, my friend Damien is right here. You see Damien?
Do you expect Damien to walk into the shot?
You don't want to see us, do you?
What if the snake just like walked in?
No,
Damien? I mean, that's way funnier than the blackjack line.
Mr. Cameraman, get your ass back up here. Hello?
Pervin on my snake, you pervert?
Get the camera back up here.
You snake pervert?
That is not what you need to worry about, Anvil. The bottom line is this. When the DDT comes,
Yeah, Jake's
then the snake comes out. Worry about the DDT.
But also, they really shouldn't have mic'd the crowd for this promo.
DDT, 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 DDT. Think about it.
Think about it. Think about the DDT.
Jake the Snake Roberts. Back to ringside.
I'm gonna say something controversial here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think Snuka was more fucked up than Jake. At least during the promo. Snuka looked like he woke up a bit for the match. Again, probably did one of those numbers.
56 pounds, Jim the Anvil
Like, Jake's probably more fucked up in the ring. But promo for promo, Snuka was more fucked up. Jim Neidhart getting pyro. And yeah, Jake did kind of have a good promo in there somewhere. It's just, it got lost in booze. Hey, Sega on Twitch, welcome.
Little suspense here waiting for the Anvil, the former track and football star at UCLA.
Here we go. The pyro goes off, and then we wait for a second, and then Jim Neidhart comes out.
One of the most powerful men in wrestling. This guy is known for his thunderous power.
Stop holding up signs.
Big, strong man. Played a lot of professional sports. Football player. Track star, just like you said. But we're going to see.
Yeah, WWE had the option of hiring both Bulldog and him at this time, and they hired just Bulldog. And considering Bulldog was like really bad on the pills, that kid's angry. Big fan of that kid's son. You stink. Abdullah the Butcher probably bled near that kid. Yeah, so Jake was at least in this world. I don't think Snuka was on Earth.
Accompanied to the ring by his little friend Damien. He weighs in at 260
What?
pounds.
Accompanied to his little friend Damien. That, see, between that and the promo, I kind of think maybe they were gonna have a short person dress up in a snake costume and be Damien.
Making his way down to the ring. Look at that face. That face there, believe me.
So what is this music?
In the bag is Damien, the 14th.
Oh my god. I'm so happy Jake didn't get like caught on fire there.
Just lay it right over his opponent, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
And he's thinking right now.
Oh,
He's
Jake.
thinking how to take get the best of Jim
Jake's
the
eyes
Anvil
are open right now. That's a
snake,
positive.
Damien,
As he
I've had
bashes
Royal
the snake
before,
into the
and
ring
it is
apron.
not a pleasant experience.
It is a miracle that Snake survived this show. Granted, it did not survive his next trip to England. That's beside the point.
Wild Magazine, we see a lot of people represented tonight from the wrestling media.
Yes, 142 winners. That is the lesson. DDP is a saint for doing what he's done for all of these wrestlers. Shout out Michael's Country Club, who just got free ad time. Why did we zoom in on that sign? Jake Roberts also giving the Samoans a run for their money for comfy ring gear.
He walked back to one of his great calculations is to have that snake with him. He walked back. Look.
Hey, Durden Zero. Yes, Giant Gonzalez, but in a snakeskin bodysuit as Damien would be so funny. It's his little Fred Damien.
The snake there. The snake is unprotected, but the snake can protect.
The snake was unprotected. An unprotected snake. He slammed him into the apron just then.
He's raising his arm saying, "This doesn't bug me one iota."
Well, it shouldn't bug him because the snake is still in the back. Yeah, he's still safe.
Here comes.
And now he's running out to the ring. Wouldn't let any of these fans have his shirt.
Jake the Snake, if you ever heard the story of his life, he's led a very
Funker.
life. And he'll tell you by his own admission, he's made a lot of mistakes.
Dude, this promoter didn't really care.
Everybody makes mistakes.
And Jake's like, yeah, my guy, my guy.
They love Jake the Snake.
This one's like, no, no.
A few days for this match, just waiting to get at Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Jake has been waiting days to get at Jim the Anvil Neidhart, whose name he probably does not remember at this point. But yeah, we've seen multiple guys that are almost this fucked up. Like, again, Snuka in the last match probably should not have been in the ring either.
Of course, Jake the Snake, no stranger, even as a small child. His father, a professional wrestler, Grizzly Smith.
We want Snake.
6'10" Kentuckian.
Brian, I didn't get licked by a bushwhacker, but I got to second base with Jake the Snake. Also, Neidhart doesn't look too sober either. Look at his eyes. Yeah, Sheik probably shouldn't have been out there.
You know, you see WWF, you see WCW, you see the big surge of popularity that professional wrestling is enjoying today. These are the guys, along with me and everybody else here in this Heroes of Wrestling.
Love how Dutch is taking credit for the Attitude Era. You know, the Attitude Era, it's because of me and Jim Neidhart and this junkie over here, Jake Roberts. Yeah, I think Scorpio was just, yeah, was high on weed, stoned.
The Heroes of Wrestling, big debut here tonight. Here in Biloxi.
But no, do I think Jake was the only person on their show fucked up? Hell no. He was just the one given enough rope to hang himself with.
Well, they certainly built the foundation. We finally have begun after the big.
Yeah, how old was Jake here? I wanna see how much. Optimum Vision said that Jake was only 2 years older here than he is now. How old was Jake here?
That snake is ominous in the corner, right behind.
How big is that snake?
It's 14 feet.
How do you know? That's what they
told me.
Yeah, Jacob and Eli Blue and Uncle Zeb brought in the Attitude Era. That's right. That's right. Lightning Smoke. Okay, Jake is 44. He is. I turned 37 in about 7 weeks. I'd like to think I look a lot more than 7 years younger than Jake Roberts here. That's right. Neidhart did talk about this show on a yada.
Dean of Wrestling Commentators used to say collar and elbow.
Right to the midsection.
Anyone's sober. I think there were I think Julio Fantastico was sober.
Another chop.
Tommy Rogers looked sober.
Over Jake right now.
I think.
Damien making some. You know, that opening.
One-man gang, maybe?
That snake could get out.
Like, it's really hard to figure out. I totally think the Samoans were stoned. They had them red eyes. Is that a Darva Conger? Joe Millionaire's gal?
Okay, the Amble Neidhart taking advantage of Jake the Snake now.
Again, here's where that strength comes into
George Steele, yeah, George Steele was sober. He was also
holding onto that arm, and you can
post-nut clarity, am I right?
Worse for wear. He can break your
Okay,
arm with
Tully
a shot.
was sober because yeah.
I'll tell you that Jake's been through some wars. He has
Jake's
been
is
through
like,
some wars.
He might have some
I'm
help
selling
there.
right now, guys.
Python, 14 feet, ominously in the corner right behind him.
Well, the crowd,
That snake looks like Sheiky's belly button. Yeah, Captain Lou wasn't high. He was just
Nice reversal
concussed.
by Jake the Snake Roberts, and then he's reversed. Good elbow by Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wait a minute, he's going for that DDT. Now,
And here's the thing, as fucked up as Jake is, he still knows, hey, if I tease the DDT, they'll go nuts.
Wait a minute, that snake is out. I'm gone. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Jake didn't tie the bag, so this snake's just going to get out here in a
Hasn't
second.
gone very far yet. The DDT just stands simply for
Wait a
the
minute.
end.
He's walking over there. Not hard. He's walking over there toward that.
Anvil's
Watch that
glancing
snake.
at you. Dutch and Anvil about ready to go at it. Dutch, relax. You don't want to get mixed up.
Like, as fucked up as Jake is, he does seem to be aware that he's at a wrestling show,
Get that.
which is one better than Snook.
He just runs
You
rapid.
don't like snakes?
Oh, I love him. Yeah, hey, wait a minute.
Like, I think
Blue Out
Jake
Battle, the commission should
gets
go come out
all
here
the
and
attention
sort of enact some of
because
his
of the
newly
boob
appointed-
thing, and
newly
because he pulls out
appointed,
the snake later on and
put that
jerks it
snake
off,
back in that bag.
and because, like, the main event's all chaos, but
Yeah,
I think we got to revisit
Boston
how
lawyers
fucked up
do not
Snuka was on
believe
the show.
from a
Well,
legal-
he's bringing it out right
Oh
now.
my God! I'm out of here. Wait a minute.
Look at the size of that thing.
10 of the 22 wrestlers on this card are dead. Honestly, that's less than I thought. I thought we'd have a lot more wrestlers on the show dead.
The Anvil's out of sight. He's gotten out of harm's way. And the
Yeah,
first
he's
was the snake.
jerking off a snake.
Look at the size of that thing.
Guys, it's my dick.
Look at where the
Get it?
Anvil is. He's about ready to leave and go up the ramp.
Well, I don't blame him.
It is insane that two of the alive wrestlers on the show are Marty and Jake. Yes, I agree with you, 142 winners.
Having a
Pay-per-view.
bit of a
People
good
paid
time, I
$30
would say,
for this.
with Damien out of the bag. Well, I don't know.
Now he's got his David Hasselhoff moment.
Well, what I know, I look like I'm some kind of snake doctor or something. How'd I know?
Yeah, I think if they put Jake on like first or second, yeah, he probably would have been fine. He would have gotten through a match.
He had to kill a snake to get the boots. And I bet Damien doesn't know he killed one of them. Oh, stop it. A snake shed, so he got boots.
That's big enough to have enough shed to have boots.
Now Jake's putting up the snake.
Wait a
That's
minute.
King Kong Bundy.
Here we go,
What's he doing?
ECW booking. We're combining the matches.
Everybody's out. Now, King Kong Bundy joining in here. What the? Wait a minute. This is going to get interesting now. Wait a minute.
What's King Kong Bundy doing here? He's in the next match, the 1,000-pound war with the former Yokozuna.
Wait a minute. He says.
Did he just call it the 1,000-pound war? That's actually a really cool name for a match that didn't happen. The 1,000-pound war.
Commiserating. I know they don't like snakes, that's for sure.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit.
That's 2-on-1 maybe.
He says, while Jimmy Snuka is in the locker room just
Yeah, the referee got in the way too. The referee got a little bit of that. Now we got an extra, an added element out here. King Kong Bundy. You know, he can't be just a regular size guy. It's got to be King Kong Bundy coming out.
He's the
What a chin lock. Kind of hugging the head.
walking condominium.
Oh, I thought you said
A
something.
1,000-pound war, also known as the Divas Battle Ryan.
King Kong Bundy standing out.
And
Obviously,
his diversion bothered
Bundy, yeah,
Roberts.
Bundy's
That's why
sober.
the snakes down.
Bundy always seemed on the straight and narrow.
well, where did the snake go? Did the snake go back in his little? Is he back in his bag now? Yeah, he's back in the bag.
He's
Back
in
in
a
the
very
bag.
safe place.
And again, as fucked up as Jake is here, he knows
Bundy acted as a
to
diversion.
work the people.
Neidhart rolled back in there, took advantage of the snake.
But imagine how bad this would be if Jake didn't have the wrestling genius IQ that he did.
And this match here has been got a little bit of suspense behind it right now.
Might want to get that camera away from him because he's probably going to start calling spots in a second.
Looks like Bundy's getting a little bit. He's getting a little bit closer to that snake over. Watch it, Bundy. You know, you're looking at his.
He's talking on the side. You get the feeling. What's he doing with the snake?
Also, shout out to Jake for wearing pants with pockets.
He's agitating that snake.
Why would you do that?
More wrestlers need pockets when they wrestle.
Why don't you go ask him?
I just don't think that's a smart move to sit there and slap and hit a snake, especially when it's 14.
You like an animal rights.
And now the commentators are arguing over whether or not you should slap a snake.
I bet you're a tree hugger too.
By the way, ironically enough, I'm about to take my own controlled narcotic. Shout out to my SSRI gang.
Went to the well just a little bit. Jake calling for the DDT as his signature move to cover.
These
Wait a minute, Bundy
fans, I think that kid was wearing overalls, rubbing himself.
He's going for the short one. He knocks him down. Bundy is up. A short clothesline by the snake. Bundy extolling Neidhart to get up.
Crowd wants the DDT.
Wait a minute.
Snake saying he's number one.
He hits Bundy.
Oh, they're kissing.
Now Neidhart, they got Jake down. Wait a minute, Bundy coming into the ring now.
This is unfair, 2-on-1.
This is unfair. How dare they?
You're up in arms over all this.
Bundy kicking Jake the Snake. Neidhart kicking him.
And now Jake gets to take a nap for a few minutes. And this ref who does not seem equipped at all to do like any of this shit. Here we go. Here's Yokozuna in a non-commissioned state, allowed to wrestle. Yeah, what will Commissioner Albano do? He's probably in the locker room like yelling at a lamp. Pretty dope robe that Yokozuna has. Shout out robes. Optimum Vision with the tallies for deceased alive counts for October 99 pay-per-views. Shockingly low. Both WWE and WWF only had 3 dead wrestlers on October 99 pay-per-views. Also, Bundy looking very svelte next to Yoko.
Everybody's standing around. That's like a...
King Kong Bundy and the former Yokozuna going out.
Yoko got some ass there, that's for sure.
No, wait a minute. Neidhart's back in it now.
This is more like a 1,500.
You couldn't eat that thing. Get full.
This ring can hold these guys. Neidhart over 300. Bundy 450. How much is Yokozuna? 650.
He makes Bundy look a traditional sized person.
He's laying in on him.
As Jake is having the time of his life.
They announced it's a tag team. It's suddenly a tag team match.
Okay, they've just turned it into a tag team.
Imagine being so fucked up that Yokozuna, who is literally not allowed to wrestle in most states because of his health, has to save the match.
This is crazy. So the 1,000-pound war has developed early. Jake Snake Roberts is right in the middle of it.
Yokozuna, who is days away from his death, is the one being relied on to work this match.
There's another Bundy look-alike.
It looks like a little mini-me Bundy
Yeah.
there.
Oh, no, not days. It's a year. It was a year. I thought he died in 99. No, he died in 2000. My bad. But it's like exactly a year almost to his death. Still not that far away. It was like October 2000.
You know, a lot of people springing up here tonight. We don't even know who they are, but this guy here, he looks like he belongs in the corner of King Kong Bundy and Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, there's a mini King Kong Bundy that has appeared at ringside. As Jake is like, there are 2 of you? Fuck. 54 weeks away, Optimum Vision says.
He looks in bad shape right now.
So yeah, about a year.
Neidhart trying to go after him.
About a year before his death.
Okay, if they turn this into a tag, if they turn this into a
sick man, Anvil. He's biting him.
He appears to actually be kind of chewing on him there. Shit, Jake, wake up.
They need to take advantage of the weakened condition of Jake.
What they could have done? Just fucking pinned him.
Now we see Yokozuna
and then the match is over.
Bundy both on the outside here. The Heroes of Wrestling first ever pay-per-view here from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi at the Casino Magic. A great show. Legends.
Jeez. Brain Jake with a chair. Why did you have to pick up a second? Also, why are you hitting him with a chair like that? You need to unfold it.
People have been here tonight, and I think what a great inaugural event this has been.
Those chairs have been utilized in just about every match. And the Anvil's going to use.
He's going to hit him with 2 chairs at once. I'm surprised that hasn't been a thing in wrestling. Oh, geez. Like Balls Mahoney doing like a super chair shot with 2 chairs at once.
And he should be pleased.
I'm stunned. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've ever seen that. And I'm shocked.
Wait a minute. Having a few words with some of these southern Mississippians down here at Casino Magic.
Jake the Snake is taking a terrible beating.
Jam-packed crowd here, Matt. Enjoyed a great night here. Bundy now going after Jake.
That dad whispering kid.
Oh,
fuck!
I think Jake.
Oh, because that's what you do to somebody who is fucked up. You brain them with a chair. EC Dub. What is wrong with you, dude? I get that you're pissed.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but getting hit in the chair is not a good thing to happen.
No, I don't think it's
it's sort of bad.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone at home.
I think Jake and I have the same level.
Don't go hit your little brother or your little sister with a chair. Don't do it. Because Mama might pull off a limb off a little tree out there and it'll wear you out with it. I ever see the man with no name.
What the fuck is that guy? He's like he's like giving him a throat noogie.
He's made a statement. This is not for kids at home.
Like imagine if Bundy got an ECW gig out of this. One of the Baldies. Just braining dudes with chairs.
None of this to be tried by children.
Okay,
Yeah, Jake's not fucked up anymore. He's just concussed.
Jake the Snake, since they got the
Random rising sun flag for Yoko. Or that's just one of Jimmy Snuka's eyeballs. Yeah, it's the former Yokozuna. Because that's the most of your concerns right now is being sued. For all they know, Jake Roberts is going to be dead in a moment.
Yeah, but I think he's settled tonight for just a 3. Wait a minute, his foot is on the rope. It is on the rope. And
Yeah, the heel manager had to be like, dude, his foot is on the rope. Yeah, I think Bundy is one of the Baldies would have worked if he would have been down to like do like New Jack match.
Sure it is. Yokozuna in the corner. Jake needs to make a tag to him.
He's got to get over into the corner.
I don't think Jake knows where he is.
Especially him and Balls like trading chair shots like that. Jeez. I mean, he was smarter. He ended up becoming a stand-up comedian. He took the smarter of the 2 paths.
The 1,000-pound war guy standing in the corner. We need to settle this.
I don't think they're going to fight the way things are going now. This has become a tag team event. And the former Yokozuna and King Kong Bundy aren't close.
The former Yokozuna.
Strip him naked before the night's over. Both boots are off now.
We've taken Jake's shoes off. Tony Atlas is doing a run-in next. He's gonna lay down. Hey Jake, could you like right here? Just... Another nudge. Again, these refs don't care about any of these wrestlers' balls.
Oh, he sent him flying. Bundy down.
Just the state of this match. Yokozuna. Again, we have to keep this in mind. Yokozuna was not legally allowed to wrestle in most states due to his state of health. And he is the one that has to carry the hot tag.
He got him in the short ribs again. A big splash.
500 pounds. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Should have just done that like 10 minutes ago. Send out somebody else. Hey, Scorpio, do you want like an extra $100? Sure.
An excellent.
Yoko couldn't turn around. That's like it's 6 months for most planets.
So the Anvil Neidhart and King Kong Bundy on the pin on Jake the Snake Roberts and the former Yokozuna.
Amazing ending to this thing. By the way, still 9 minutes left in the file.
Wait a minute, they got him. They got the little Bundy in the ring now. I guess that's his name. I don't know.
We don't know what that guy's name is. He's only been out here for 15 minutes.
Shot that would be applied by Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wait a minute, it doesn't look
Yoko,
like
dude, he is no.
Wait a minute.
Why? ignore the DDT chance. Just fucking kick him or something. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh, okay. He didn't kill him.
Oh, that's painful. That's hard to watch.
I couldn't get it out in anticipation of what was going to happen.
That's a 650-plus man right there, and little
650-plus man. And he didn't say what
desperate need.
Wait a minute.
pounds?
Wait a minute.
Dollars?
Don't do it, Jake.
Oh, here comes the python.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I was.
There he goes.
It was funny, like the internet talk back in the day, right? At Commodore Amiga was this was the promoter, was Little Bundy, but it turns out it wasn't. It was just a guy that was hanging out in the building, and someone goes, "Hey, you look like King Kong Bundy. Go to the ring." What is the rest of this file then? Cut to this shot. We might be over. Nope. We're going back to the ring. Jake is asleep. Oh, please tell me they broadcast other sports too. They broadcast like NFL Legends games, where like Joe Montana just passes out in the field. Scoops Wrestling is also available for purchase. I would get that. DirecTV. What is? I just want to see what's left on this file. If there's anything. Skip ahead a little bit. Anything there? Nope. All right, there's nothing left on the file. So, before we go, here's what we will be watching tomorrow night. That's right, 2 nights in a row. I'm back on Twitch. Twitch only. YouTube folks, you got to jump over to Twitch if you want to watch me live tomorrow at 9 p.m.
The United States, Japan, in North Korea. It's an exciting event.
All right, so that does it. We did that. That was my reward to everybody for 20,000 YouTube subs. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. Yeah, didn't have any other wrestling on TV apparently, so you all joined me here. I appreciate it. Again, thank you so much to everybody on YouTube. 20,000 subs. Our next goal is 1,000 Twitch followers. We're real close. I think we're about 60-ish, 65, 70-ish away. We're real close. We're doing well. We'll get there. And if we hit that mark, then a Twitch-only stream of Ready to Rumble will be your prize. So we'll get there. But without a doubt, what a show. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. on Twitch. I hope you will be with me. And good night. It's like 10:45 Eastern. Go to bed. Go to bed, kids. Good night.